R.I.P. to Trader Joe. Let's do a little mic check.
Yeah.
Higher. Yo. Higher.
Higher? It's a higher.
Higher? Not like volume.
Oh. Hello. I'm supposed to hear something back?
No. I'm just making sure the levels is good.
Shit don't make no sense.
We don't wear headphones. Like we could if we wanted to, but we don't.
Nah, I feel like.
That's not in the budget yet.
We tried it, but it would hit this mean playback that would like fuck you up. Like
Y'all ever had like just one microphone?
I could, but yeah.
Nah, it's kind of whack though, right?
Yeah,
Nah, it's not as good.
It's not as clear.
If we ever took it on the road and we got to do like some other shit, that's probably what we use.
Just do that.
The one mic shit?
Yeah, the shit in the middle.
Yeah.
What's that shit called? The Zoom or some shit like that?
Yeah, the Zoom mic.
Yeah, this shit's buzzing.
That shit busting. You seen that meme with the little white boy? Oh, this shit busting. How much can I buy this for? You seen that shit? This shit busting. I'm about to show that nigga.
Oh, a white boy said that?
Yeah, little white boy.
Little AGs?
Yo, I saw that nigga in real life. You know how tall he is?
He really from the east side?
He's straight from the east side. I saw him on the east side of right first time you know. He's like this tall. How you that much gangster? That tall. Crazy.
Somebody hit the lights.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh, what happened? They announced-
ESPN is How much is a cup? This shit busting. How much is this? How much is a cup?
Yo, I actually shouted him out in the street too. I was like, yo, you that little nigga from Instagram? He's like,
Motherfuckers is really like popping off of Instagram.
facts, bro.
Women too, and I'm hating. Yo, this is OnlyFans season right now, nigga. We quarantined. These bitches like, alright, these bitches
shit.
want to see some pussy,
Run
alright.
it up. That ass. Run it up season.
Yo, I think those not plies, those Boosie
Them boosie shits is what.
show me your pussy lips right now, $4,000.
Quarantine titty day.
Why the fuck is there a kid there, though?
Boosie been wilding on the internet, nigga. That shit's crazy.
We're recording, by the way.
Oh, gangster.
Oh shit, for 3.
For 3 minutes?
Yeah, for 3 minutes.
Oh, you get the
Yeah.
record. Oh.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit.
Oh.
Y'all getting a
I ain't
little
say
album
nothing
preview.
On my good side, like,
Y'all getting a little album preview right now.
Yo, play word to.
Another episode of the Neapolitan Ice Cream Podcast. Album preview. New Sin from the Hill.
Y'all known these niggas since like 06.
45th and Broadway.
It's 14 years. That's a minute.
Shit, that is.
It's more than half our lives. So my life. Hell yeah.
Honey
Yeah.
gang and shit. Fuck
Yo, it's
Honey
that's
Girl.
our 10-year high school.
Reunion, yeah. Y'all ain't got no word about it, right?
We didn't have to throw
Niggas
that
did
shit.
one for mine, and I was a year before y'all, so
You went?
yeah.
How was it?
You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Where was that?
In the Heights, nigga.
Fuck.
So it's like, that shit is like, yo, if it was trash, we still got we in the Heights, nigga.
Fuck it, right? Just bring it up in.
Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty chill, you know what I mean? We went to a small school, so it was like 20 out of 90 people who pulled up. 25 out of 90.
Who like set it up?
The kids.
So many people.
Yo, Randy.
Because I feel like the homie Holly would have set it up, but she no longer there, right?
Who's Holly? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot about. Shout out to Holly. I hope she's alright.
Remember Holly?
Quarantine free. Yeah.
The lady.
What?
the
College?
zone.
Quarantine free.
Hope she's. I mean,
Oh.
quarantine free. Coronavirus free, nigga. I hope. She hooked me up, nigga. I ain't have no classes in the college shit. So I was just a nigga that would pull up to Hunter College, walk everybody to class, and yo, I'm gonna be out here when y'all done. That's literally my purpose.
You was their parent.
I just wanted to be down, so I'm like, I'm a high schooler in college, so I just walked everybody to class. Like, yo, I'll be in the library when y'all done. You know what I mean? Hit me. My phone will be charged, niggas. That was it.
That was the loose days at Hunter College too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You could just get in without no ID or nothing.
Yeah.
When they put that turnstile shit.
Hunter Library life.
Yeah, that shit was chill. I don't know why that was the hot spot, the library of all places, but niggas was in that library.
That shit was 10 levels. They had two basements.
I heard people used to fuck on a couple of them floors.
Yeah, they
I was
did.
just about to ask her. That was one of those schools that had that one of the spots.
Wait, what floor was that happening on?
B2, B1.
The bottom floors, yeah.
You caught you
go in a corner with the book.
We're not doing that.
Cause you had the floors where you can talk in a group, and then you had the floors where it was like
I remember the
no sound, like don't make no noises, nigga.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden you hear.
That's just you shuffling through the books. Like
They wasn't giving it up
one
like
I
They
that.
had the
Yeah.
meeting rooms upstairs.
Yeah, the little private shit.
They also, it was open 24 hours during like
Yeah.
finals week and shit. Yeah.
Oh, what was the
Niggas
name
was
of
going
the
crazy.
Chinese store we used to always hit?
The walk.
Wok.
Yo, I
Beijing
tried to
Wok.
go there. It's closed, right?
It's
closed?
I haven't
Been closed apparently.
What are these words
I called-
you speak of?
Yo, bro, it's like a whole Vietnamese.
This
spot
nigga never
now,
went to.
like-
You never went to the Wok?
Wait, they switched up the whole
Yeah.
They're
shit?
not closing. What are you
Oh,
talking
okay.
about?
The walk is still there.
Yes, bro.
Yo, I called.
I
them,
know they
said
moved.
it's not
Like,
it.
they moved.
Oh, they
stores.
moved.
But
So
they're
the
still
numbers
there.
probably different then.
Yeah, the number's different, but they moved to another building.
Yeah, because they put the whole
It's
subway
still on the
shit
same
there.
street though, I believe.
Oh. Nah, I called and they was like, nah, it's a Vietnamese spot. I said, alright.
So what y'all got though?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want
What's a
that.
Vietnamese food?
What?
Pho is
Same
like,
shit.
yeah.
Just different
Pho.
seasons.
Pho is technically
yeah.
Vietnamese.
Okay.
But no one went for the pho. Everyone went with the
I don't
sesame
even know what the
chicken.
fuck
or
a
the-
fog is.
That shit used to
nigga.
look perfect too. Alright, we 7 minutes in. We got to do an intro or some shit. Alright, what's good, everybody? Another episode of the Neapolitan Ice Cream Podcast. Your boys
Hey.
Christian, Joe, and Will here. Quarantine boys in full effect.
Put on lock.
We got
Social
some.
distance gang and shit.
Yeah, we fucking this whole shit up. But my man, my man Cuomo said that our podcast is an essential business. He said to keep it going.
That's right.
And today we are joined by some special guests. We are joined by the fellas from 45th and Broadway.
On 45th and Broadway.
Hey,
Hey.
see why we need a fucking sound?
I know,
We need
right?
a soundboard so bad.
Nah, but we got my man Sim from the Hill
Yes,
on the
sir.
mic.
You already know. Something to her.
Hey,
Yeah, I've heard his music playing for the first little intro part, little unreleased snippet from the album.
Dig. Once he hood and nobody knew you, man. I'm with the
Oh,
guys.
hey.
I'm with the guys. That's my son Lani.
word.
You already know the vibes, man.
Lonnie, introduce yourself.
Yeah, because you know they call me Lani from the fucking east side. No, I'm really from the west side. I'm really from the west side. But I live on the east side, so you know, I'm part of 45th and Broadway. We got my man's Ran Van Dam.
We got
Yo,
Ram Van
shut
Dam in the
yourself
Big
out.
crowd.
producer, Big Goat,
Big
best
Goat.
producer in Harlem.
Best
Let's
producer-
talk about it.
Soon to be the world,
He
nigga.
play his background, man. Y'all know what he do, though.
Get on the mic
Y'all
real
know what
quick.
he do, bro.
Go ahead.
My son is published.
What's cracking?
Nah, but we gonna hear from everybody. But yeah, quarantine boy still in full effect. New York City still kind of fucked up from this coronavirus.
We just getting started with this fucked up shit.
Not even like New York, but like worldwide. This shit is still fucking us up.
This shit is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Holy shit.
That
Doing
ass
all right though?
worldwide.
Yeah, how y'all
Yeah,
living?
nigga.
Yeah, you
I'm
doing
on a
all right?
wave.
I can't believe this shit's worldwide. I usually be
Yeah.
blaming everything on the government, but this
Nah.
not just some government shit. This
Nah.
that's like niggas really panicking, niggas really dying.
Yeah.
This shit is wicked. What my man said? Nigga said, "Stop touching niggas."
Stop touching niggas' hands. And Brian's gotta be in the same family. Stop touching niggas' hands, though.
Niggas is going crazy everywhere. It's just crazy.
That's the crazy thing about it, though. I see, like, if you go to Midtown, there's nobody outside. You come to Uptown to Harlem, I'm pretty sure the Bronx too. Niggas is out.
Outside.
Niggas is out.
Everybody's joking.
It was 77 degrees yesterday. Niggas was out.
There was
I seen
cookouts.
50 niggas on bikes.
Can I just tell you about the East Side?
Go ahead.
You know, honorary Harlem shit. Somebody got to get shot.
Yeah,
I hope
somebody
not.
definitely got shot right by Lani yesterday. Gangsters.
As soon as I got to my crib, all I heard was, "Brat." I was like, okay.
Niggas shot a Uzi.
Okay.
I wasn't sticking around.
Doesn't sound like that.
Me neither. I thought it was gonna be a bark.
He got the whole clip.
Here's the funny shit. Citizens app said that they shot him. It's non-lethal. He got shot in the ass. How does Citizens app know that? How does Citizens app know
Because the
that
nigga who
much?
shot him put it on Citizens.
Nigga
The nigga who shot him put it on Citizens.
I shot that nigga.
Don't worry about it.
Actually got shot in the ass.
Say he got shot in the ass.
Hold up.
Shit
No.
was crazy.
Didn't even say in the bottom. It just said in the ass.
Shot in the ass, bro.
Need 2 hands, nigga.
What a whack way to go out.
He died?
Bro, he's still alive to talk about.
Oh, good shit. All right. Oh,
not
so,
lethal.
well,
Let me
the
tell you, so some
quarantine.
bum ass nigga shot me in the ass.
During
I'm
quarantine.
good though. Niggas supposed to be in a crib though. So I
That
don't know
niggas
what the
was
fuck
in
going
the
on.
crib.
What is that? Social distancing, right?
Nah, well, yeah.
That's
If
what
you
it's
shooting a
called,
nigga
social.
instead of fighting a nigga, yeah.
That's smart
That's
though.
social
That's
distancing.
responsible. You're not supposed to throw hands right now.
Social
That's a great
distancing.
point.
Nigga, what up?
That
Damn, we starting hot.
ass.
Nah, but this is what happens. We've been locked in the crib for like a whole week.
Thanks. Static is ultra static. Now.
Yeah, niggas gonna come out in like 2 months ready to fight. Like, yo, I ain't hit a nigga
I
in
ain't
like
forget
3
about
months.
that shit.
Nah, these are wild times. This is the first time I put on real clothes this week.
Niggas been in their pajamas for years and shit.
I didn't even know where my belt was.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh shit.
With this whole quarantine shit, I hate this shit. Dead ass. Like this shit is depressing.
We've been asking for good weather on a Friday for how long? And
We
of course,
finally got
we
good
saw
weather.
it last week. Yo, it's coming, and then
Ain't going nowhere, nigga. Nigga, I would have been
It's
on the
slow.
rooftop sipping whiskey.
I know.
Now
Yeah,
I'm in this bum ass crib sipping whiskey.
my crib is bum ass. Really?
I mean, it's kind of fire. You got a backyard. My backyard is the back park, and that shit is hood as fuck, nigga. But yeah, I'd rather a rooftop though. You know what I mean?
Yo, Joe, I always wanted to ask you this question, bro.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Nah, it's nothing crazy.
Get close to the
Alright.
mic though.
Oh my bad. When they see us, you seen it, right?
Yeah.
You live like right there to
Yeah,
the park.
Schaumburg.
Like that, literally,
Yeah.
like your view is
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
So when you was watching that, you felt different.
Hell yeah, I felt different. Nigga, I seen them shooting that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember going to your crib and like looking out your view, and then when that shit came on, I was
Yeah.
like, damn,
Yeah, that
that's
shit-
the same view from Joe's window.
Nigga, I was there on Friday. I was there on Thursday, nigga. I swear to God.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I feel you. Yeah. That shit definitely hit different. Like, yo, that shit was literally right there across the street from where I grew up and lived pretty much my whole life.
That ass.
And just seeing all that, I'm like, damn, this shit is tough. I was a kid back when that shit really happened,
Yeah.
but still, it's like that shit literally took place right
Right
across.
there.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, like, you know what I mean?
That
If that was me in
If
that
you was
time,
old enough at that time, you would have
Yeah, I
been
mean-
outside just fucking
Definitely would
around.
have been outside. Nigga. You would have been there.
yeah, it was summertime and shit. So it was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
that's
shit's
crazy.
It's just crazy. I'm like, my bad.
No, that's cool. It's
Nah,
cool.
no.
I haven't seen you in a minute.
Nah, I feel you. But yeah, I definitely feel you on that.
That ass.
That shit definitely hit different. I watched that shit, and I'm like, I didn't want to watch it, but then I kept watching. Like, yeah, I gotta know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, that
And
shit
I
was
watched
beast
that
mode.
shit, yeah.
Nice.
You watched it, Will?
No.
He hasn't watched any black movie.
Yo, he don't know no black movie.
Why y'all throwing him on the bus like that?
No, we've been through it. It's too late.
It's all good.
That nigga made a shelter under the bus. Nigga.
I know he watched.
That nigga has a whole mattress under the bus.
Oh,
He's
no.
good.
You
Oh,
see
no.
Black Panther, bro?
Yes.
Okay.
That don't count.
Did this nigga just say that Black Panther is a black movie? Like that?
Hold on, can I say something?
It's not
That nigga said Black Panther.
That counts, bro.
You can move the mic too, yeah.
Alright. So I gotta get close.
You can lift it too.
Yeah, nigga, you be.
Salome right here. He used to run the search and destroy teams, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Fuck you dumbass!
That's exactly how we
I was
sound,
wondering
too.
where he's gonna go with that, but yeah, that sounds like
Oh my, how the fuck did you miss the bomb? You good?
We good.
Alright, good.
We back.
Wait, so how many Instagrams you had?
How many Instagrams do I have?
Yeah. You got the 45th,
I have the 45th and Broadway.
45th and Broadway.
I have Valid on God.
Okay.
That's Valid on God, all in one word. Then
It's spelled how it sounds.
You might wanna get to the
Yeah.
mic. You might wanna get to the mic.
That's Valid. My fault, bro. That's Valid on God at Instagram.com. And
It's like an email address. What the fuck is that?
however the hell you connect those fucking Instagram shits, I don't know. It's
Shit,
like
Instagram's
/ Valid on God. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all text that.
Instagrams are way more valuable than anything right now because niggas can't leave their cribs and shit.
Yeah, Randy, what you was gonna say?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought about it, and I don't want to say it anymore.
I forgot what it was about.
It was about me watching black movies.
Nah, it wasn't about that. It wasn't about that.
What was it about?
It was about hats. It was about.
Did y'all see the Yankee hat with no brim?
Niggas is going crazy. The video just started and niggas just
What type of
nigga?
what type of poop is that?
That shit out there, nigga. And that nigga posing like, yeah, nigga, I got it. I got it.
Wait, hold on, because the no brim, is that like the Spike Lee quarter-inch?
Nah,
Nigga,
no
imagine a
brim,
yarmulke
none.
just that shit fit your boy, nigga.
Just say Yankees.
Take my hat and you just eliminate everything.
That's like an extended yarmulke.
How you put an extendo on a yarmulke, nigga? That shit.
No shame in his shit.
This dude Neo be rocking that shit.
I got
Yeah.
I got you.
Gotta look it up.
Hey, real quick, let's do some proper intros for the people.
25 minutes in.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a long episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Listen, we got some good drinks. So.
Fuck it. Where else we going, nigga?
We not going anywhere. You not going anywhere. Like,
Hell no, nigga.
You can sit here.
Are you doing intro? No, Randy doing intro.
Yeah, we introducing everybody.
What up, gang? It's your boy. It's your boy.
Drop your social.
Damn, God. Let me say my name first. Yo, what's going on, gang? It's your boy, Ran Van Dam, also known as RVD, also known as RVD himself. My gram, Ran Van Gram. Twitter, Ran Van Dam with an N. And, you know, I'm a life coach. That's what I do. Coach your life.
Producer extraordinaire.
Big slap.
Yo, this shit got no verb.
You found it?
He typed in no brim Yankee.
Why you do that?
Why you do that?
Yo, don't pull up on the block with that shit.
Never.
Yo, Sim, you got to introduce yourself?
Yeah, go ahead. Who's next?
Alright, let me give y'all the official.
Hey, let him hold the seat down.
I'm wild about myself.
Back the brimless drinks out?
I dare you.
Nah, don't nobody back the brimless joints out. I swear, if you back the brimless joints out this summer, you will be clowned and you are asking for it. We do not respect that. We do not recognize that. Uptown.
Agreed.
So some of y'all may know me as Lani, others know me as Ahmad or El Gordito Rico Guapo.
That
just sound fluid as fuck. I don't know why.
Gordito Rico Guapo, hey.
El Gordito Rico Guapo. That is that's the handle on IG, or otherwise known as Valid on God. That's all the correct spelling. So that's VALIDONGOD.
D as in David.
D as in David. Get it right. Look for me, guys. Look for me. And then I also run 45th and Broadway, the page. I'm part of that.
On the block.
And the block. I run the block too. I run the block. But y'all see the block right here.
Harlem. Okay.
East Side.
Hey.
E&E. Nah, listen.
All right, so right there.
Broadway's on the west side.
No, I'm on third, bro.
All right.
But yeah, okay. So it's a whole story. It's a whole thing.
Now let's get into that 45th and Broadway shit,
Yes, sir.
Cause y'all got the shirts on, y'all repping it,
Yes, sir.
killing it with the merch.
Yes, sir. Y'all see it right here.
Yes. Oh, I forgot. We got
Yep.
the zine.
The zines. It's one of 3. It's a series. So as of right now, unfortunately, y'all motherfuckers is sold out. So if you we got these 2 right here. So y'all better fight like it's the like, huh?
Nah, the other one's Christians, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit. So y'all really SOL. Wait, hold on. Here's the twist. I got 2 at home. What y'all talking about?
Yo, hold on. Can I say something?
Well, he didn't get to introduce himself.
Hey, yo.
You gotta get it in.
Yo, my name's Sim from the Hill. It's not important though. Yo, my brother is reselling my product. The hustle is different.
I'm from
We
Harlem.
the same team, bro.
I'm from Harlem. What can I say, my guy? What's going on? Christian from Harlem too. He be acting like he not from Harlem.
You're not.
Where you from? Harlem?
Upper Harlem.
Harlem extension.
Spanish Harlem Part 2 and shit.
You from the west side? You from west side Spanish Harlem?
Nah, I'm from the Heights, bro.
West side.
What? That's Harlem extension for everybody who doesn't.
That's Greater Uptown.
Secundario.
What street?
170.
170. Oh,
You over
Yeah.
by Autobahn. That's scary hours right there, bro.
Scary? It's scary out there?
It's not
Are
scary,
you
bro.
serious?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Alright,
It
now
hasn't
that
been
people.
scary since like.
It's probably scary because of Corona's near the hospital right now. So that's probably how scary it's gonna be.
Yeah, close to a
No, don't
Back in
listen.
the jiggy, it was
Don't
scary
don't
back
listen to these people. Autobahn is still very active. If you go in certain corners of it,
And you want to
it's-
cop some weed? Yeah, it's active.
Really?
It's active. Yeah, hell yeah, it's active over there, bro.
Spanish niggas be robbing niggas?
No.
Are you serious? You
They're
get ro-
bitches.
I thought you just wanted
Yeah,
bitches.
yeah. All
Yo, I
that.
always felt comfortable in the Heights or Dykeman because I thought you just wanted bitches. So
Nah,
they
it's-
walk
it's
around.
not.
Yeah.
You remember that one time we was on Dykeman and then we seen the van pull up and did
Oh,
the
yeah, I thought we were gonna
crazy
get shot.
U-turn.
Yeah, it's static over there,
I thought they were
bro.
half black. That's why.
It's
somebody's phone ringing.
staticky. It's staticky.
I apologize.
Is it important?
So, 45th and Broadway.
45th and tell the people about it. What's the vision? What's the
Went
the
to your hood and
movement?
nobody knew you. New album.
So, Went to Your Hood and Nobody Knew You is part of the rollout. The album is from my man right here, Some from the Hill, and Ran Van Dam. So, Went to Your Hood and Nobody Knew You is supposed to embody like all things that's culturally relevant with being from the neighborhood. Like, I feel like nowadays, damn, how you drop the murder?
How you dropped the box?
I feel like nowadays, you know, a lot of people, they, you know, with the greater America knowing of what the neighborhood is, they don't really understand what it is, and you know, with gentrification taking over and things like that, it's harder to understand what being from a certain area is So we just try to bring back that source to understanding what it means to be from a certain area, like in the whole view. So like literally when you buy one of these zines, it's a one-on-one look, a 20/20 clear vision of what it means to be from Harlem and be from like old Harlem, all wrapped into one.
Real Harlem.
Real Harlem.
Old
Harlem, not the new Harlem. That's what we say, you know.
Yeah, because like if you look at it now, a lot of spots are getting gentrified. They're building new buildings in that area a lot. Like,
listen, bro.
It's that new black building. It looks like a fucking cube. It's like Tetris.
Yeah.
On the east side?
No,
shit right on-
155th.
Right on his
Right
block.
there on
Yeah.
the corner. It's like that shit like some cubes just stacked on top of each other. I'm
Shit
like,
is like a children's museum.
Facts.
it's a lot of white people.
And that's already past gone. Like the west side is already they made moves
Long
to the
gone,
west side.
man.
Yeah.
The east side is where it's at now.
Not for nothing. Not about no types of people or nothing. But
Get on the
y'all-
mic.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yep, my bad. Y'all remember back in the day when like 1/16 hit?
Yeah.
And that was it for any type of anybody that didn't live uptown.
Right.
Yo, bro, it's a
Yeah.
different time now. I feel like, I don't know. Old Harlem, not the new Harlem. It's not even on some like, you not a part of this, you not a part of that. But I done met people who's been like, yo, I never met a real native New Yorker. Everybody I meet is
Exactly.
from
That's
outside of
us
the country,
too, us
outside of the
too.
city, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Right.
So I feel like
Matter of fact,
I don't know, nigga. Like our stocks going up, like
Yeah.
for native,
Yeah.
actual New Yorkers, for people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We feel like a rare. I feel like a rare breed now. Even like
that ass, bro.
anybody like outside of here, everyone's like, oh shit. Like, and the thing is, I don't even have like the accent that too
It's
much.
because
So
you're
like,
white. They think
No,
like,
no,
no, we don't hear the accent.
Salome
Yeah.
has a very New York accent.
I really
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, you
like,
do.
When I don't.
Yeah, you
when I
don't.
talk,
You say dead ass fuck out of
when,
here.
when I
You
talk,
say all this shit.
when I speak quicker and like it comes out more, but especially if I'm at work, they'll be like, "Oh, you're from here? From
Yeah,
here?"
caught
I'm
it.
like,
Yeah, I mean, I get that too, bro. You know, when we on the clock, we dress it up a little
I
bit.
know, we do. No, I know. Yeah, no, I gotta.
But yeah, 116th doesn't. Nigga, I used to walk to 114th to go to Rand's crib to record, do music and shit like that, and that shit wasn't the same. Like,
I mean,
everything is different.
and
like,
if you need a confirmation, the fact that there's a Whole Foods now up there is over.
yeah, that's another thing.
Yes,
That line on Whole Foods right now is
Whole
wild.
Food- but guess
Not
what?
To mention, there's mad white people in the line.
but fuck all that shit.
125th.
Fuck all that shit. Whole Foods is keeping me healthy right now, bro.
Like Harlem, like Black Mecca. That shit be bugging me out sometimes. Like,
Wait, the niggas
Yeah,
want a Whole Foods?
I doubt it.
who knows it? When niggas
Yes,
want it, bro.
yes. I want Whole Foods. I want health, bro. What are you talking about?
All right, but we don't need a Whole Foods to be healthy.
Oh, talk that shit. Talk that shit.
We don't.
Black Israelites put the cookies on niggas.
Let's just talk about he just flaying my whole campaign. He's like,
But not that ass, because we don't need like a Whole Foods to come in and just take over a whole block in Harlem for us to be healthy. If we would have been on that type of time a long time ago,
Niggas act like niggas don't sell fruits uptown,
Yes.
bro. It be
Listen.
wild fruit, man.
listen,
Nigga, in the
listen,
summertime, they
no.
pushing them carts, some icy
right,
carts, they
y'all
selling
right.
fruits and
But
all
y'all
that.
niggas ain't buying that shit.
I ain't
What are you talking about? It wasn't until Whole Foods came up here that y'all niggas' pinkies
now
went up. Like, come on.
Niggas is dapper.
I'll keep it a bean. It's 100. Do I need a Whole Foods? No. Trader Joe's?
oh,
Alright, here's my question. I don't know the difference between Trader Joe's and Whole Foods.
it's
Facts. That's facts.
What? Teach me.
Break it down.
I got you. Cause you know I'm budget king.
Alright.
I'm gonna get the dollars, but I'm still on. You feel me?
Yeah.
Trader Joe's. Shout out to
prices?
my son Joe, by the way, because he just
R.I.P.
passed. R.I.P.
Thank
the
you.
real
I
one, my son
appreciate
Joe.
Oh, another.
The Joe, the Trader Joe's. My bad.
Alright.
Joe the Trader?
Yeah, Joe the Trader. Right. Trader Joe's.
yeah. Tap in.
Trader Joe's got like a lot of shit for like $3-4.
Yep.
That's the most explanation I give you, Joe.
Alright.
That's it. It's
I
like
respect it.
a lot of shit at Whole Foods. They be having like a head of cabbage for like $10.
Yeah.
Shit like that. It's none of that at Trader Joe's, bro. They
So
actually on
is
like.
Whole Foods a scam?
Nah, I just think it's like there's different levels
It's
of like
just bougie.
I
organic.
feel like you think it's a scam.
I'll keep it a bean.
It's a scam.
I done heard mad stories of people.
Take that one.
Use that one right now.
Oh shit! All right, gangster. I keep it a bean. I done heard mad stories of people like traveling just to go to the Trader Joe because the Trader Joe's price is unbeatable. They'll go and get on the train or take a cab to Trader Joe's and cash out.
I used to go to Brooklyn for that shit.
Yeah, just keep.
I used to go to school just to go to Trader Joe's.
Wait, the closest one is on like.
I've been on the cookie butter since fucking. Yeah.
Yo, okay, that's another thing too. Trader Joe's has a lot of its own product, and they make a lot of wavy shit that other companies ain't making. If that makes any sense.
So
that anything but the bagel shit, right? That seasoning.
Yeah, they make their own seasonings. They make their own sauces. They have their own pasta, and it's like the same in every Trader Joe's around the country. You know, you go to like one food town, it'd be a different.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, by the way, RIP Pathmark. Harlem niggas, no, I know uptown niggas know.
It's there too?
Look, I'm
it's been going for years.
The whole company's under.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
The 4th Pathmark is over with?
Yo, bro, it's
For years now.
I'm kind of glad the 2/5 one is gone because I already know the coronavirus is on 2/5. 2/5 and Lex is a wrap.
Listen, the
Don't touch nothing over there.
The 2/5 Pathmark was a staple. Okay,
Yes.
It's the only place where you could buy groceries and drugs at the same time.
Yeah, you can buy it at the supermarket, nigga.
Wait, so what's there now?
Nothing.
Nigga,
That's just empty.
a bunch of crackheads.
Wow.
You remember the meme of a nigga crawling out of a manhole? Yeah, right there, nigga.
Yo.
That was right there.
By the way, hold on.
That's right here, Titan.
By the way, I will say, if you're familiar with Harlem,
Yo,
you'll know that 125th and Lex is Zombieland.
Yeah.
I will say,
Also known as K25th.
Yeah.
K25th, right? I will say, the Bronx got to take half of the responsibility for that because that is where Harlem and the Bronx first link. Let's be real about it.
Yeah.
3rd Avenue extension.
125th and Lex, the Bronx, it's like 75% y'all. Alright.
Y'all holding that
Niggas
out.
pull up and then he just be like, oh, this shit is kind of
4, 5, and 6 line. It's all y'all niggas. Gun Hill niggas, High Bridge niggas. It's all y'all niggas together. So, alright. Just wanted to say that.
Word. All right. So I got Sim in the chair now, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the art, the music, the clothing. You got your hand in a lot of shit. I told you I'm a big fan of this shit. I think everything you're doing is pretty fly.
Good looking, bro.
Yeah. But talk about like the movement and all this shit, cause I see a lot of there's a vision for what all of y'all doing. Whether it's the merch, whether it's the culture, the music, it's all moving together.
Right. I feel like Lani was saying earlier, 45th and Broadway is just more so something that's like, it's like a culture stamp. I feel like I said with the whole native New Yorker shit, our stock is going up. We're rare at this point. Harlem, the way it was, doesn't exist anymore. Uptown in general doesn't really exist anymore. So I feel like to a certain degree, like it's our job to kind of like, I mean, we do it without even thinking about it. You feel me?
Right.
The shit that we wear, the way we talk, things of that sort. We uphold a certain like standard of like older shit, and you know, niggas ain't babies no more. So
Yeah.
it's that kind of thing. But I feel like whether niggas think about it or not, like I said, it doesn't matter if you like 45th and Broadway, you from Harlem or from here. It's like when you from a certain place and that essence is a part of you, that's what it is. So 45th and Broadway is just like a west side of Harlem kind of thing. But you feel me? Shout out to like Barrio Boys, shout out to Hoochie Life, niggas on the east side, they doing their thing too. Regular shit.
It's just straight up the real, like, true New Yorker shit. Like, people look at you and they're like fascinated. Even like the regular like Midwestern fucks that come here, they understand what it's like. Like we're not scared of shit. Like they're shook about going on the fucking subway and shit. We're like, all right. Like,
the weirdest thing is when I be at a bar and somebody asks me where I'm from, I'm like, I'm from here.
But that's
really?
But that's the thing about New York. Like, there's a lot of people that live here, but there's not a lot of people from here. You know?
No,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
especially now more than ever.
You woke up.
Nah. Hold on. I got a question for y'all real quick. Take a seat. So have you
Ran Van Dam, by the way.
Yo, what it is? You know what I'm saying? So you
Closer.
guys do a lot of traveling. So I wanna ask you,
Right.
what's it like going OT and meeting somebody who's also from New York?
Here's the thing. A lot of the times where I've traveled, I haven't met any other New Yorkers. But there was one time I went to Florida.
yeah.
It was us three, me, Will, and Jacob. Were just walking around trying to find something to do on a Saturday. Some guy was like, "Yo, you know I can find some bud at?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't know. I'm not even from here. I'm from New York." "Oh, where you from, New York?" "All right, so let's find some bud together." I'm like, I don't know where to find it. He's like, niggas would just rotate to you like when you let them know you're from like out of town or from New York and shit like that. So I that was the only time I met somebody from New York.
They kind of threw us off.
I'm like, oh shit.
So my interaction with people that are like from New York, out of town, they'll have an energy where they're like, yeah, man, I had to get out. I had to get out of here. Like,
I've heard that before.
The city was stressing
overwhelming,
me out too much, like overwhelming. I moved to XYZ.
Yeah,
my life is a whole lot better. I can afford everything because the cost of living.
Understand it?
You know what I'm saying? Like
way cheaper outside of New York.
It gets real at a certain point in your life where you're like, yo. Because I feel the need, especially for people that live here, we need to like leave every so often. I feel like the need to travel. I feel the need to get out. Like if it's for a weekend, just me going to Florida for a weekend, I need to get the fuck up out of here sometimes, just to get out of this space. It's a different mental space that you're in. So like meeting other people and shit like that. It's true, and it's hard to explain exactly what it is in there that makes you feel like we're on a different energy level. Everything's here it feels rushed. It's fast. It's up tempo. It's constantly like I need to be doing something from here to there to there to there. You see commercials and shit, motherfuckers bathing in the middle of the day on their fucking at home bathtubs and shit. Like where the fuck you get the time to do that shit?
Also, G shit, right? I feel like as New Yorkers, right? I think that we are desensitized because we've had like an overdose of all different forms of culture just going up in New York.
Yeah.
That's
like,
exactly
from racial culture to
it
like
is.
gang culture,
Everything.
religious culture,
Everything.
sports culture. Everything is on fashion culture. Like all aspects of culture is like
it's on 10.
On 10 in New York. So you become you're first off, you're like what it takes for you to actually enjoy anything is like a higher level because it's New York, bro. You deal with so much shit
at the same time. Yeah,
right. And then that also just means like we just generally have tougher skin than other people because like I'm sure you guys have met transplants. And, like their problems that they complain about, like the shit. It's nothing really.
There are people that I employ that have left the city because of coronavirus. That are not because they're not from here. They're able to. They're like, you know what? I'm going either to my parents' house.
That's another thing too. That's the funniest shit to me. Like when people are like, oh yeah, I'm just going. I'm leaving. They have the luxury to get up.
I won't even. You know what? It's funny you say that because I'm thinking like, yo, is the luxury? Is it a luxury that you have to go to Ohio? Is that a luxury? I'm like,
hold on.
Is that like what they think is their luxury?
Nah.
Then why the fuck did you move here in the first place if that's the luxury?
It depends on what you define as luxury.
You're right. That's my point. It's like, go ahead. Go.
No, I'm just saying, like,
speak closer to the mic.
If you a nigga that lived in the project show,
speak closer to the mic.
Oh, my fault. I talk loud, so I'm figuring that this shit's picking me up. But
it's probably picking up.
Clarity.
I dig it, champ. But yeah. So it's like it depends on what you define as luxury, right? Like. For a nigga who lived in a project his whole life, going to Ohio to live in like a regular home, like regular shit going on.
I can see that.
Maybe a pool in the backyard, like that shit could be a luxury. When I was a kid, for a summer, my mom used to pay no gas, like 50 cash, and she'd send me upstate to Fresh Air Fun, and I'd just go to the country and live with white people for like 2 months. That was like a luxury to me, bro, because they had shit like a trampoline. I would never jumped on a trampoline, bro, as a kid, my nigga, if I didn't do that shit.
Yeah. But nigga, Yogi Bear used to come with the jump castle but every Friday, nigga.
But when it comes to living this shit, as opposed to going there for like a weekend, hold on. But when it comes to going there for like a weekend, you feel that's a luxury. But when you live there, that's why they all come here. You don't have that luxury of having a fucking
I agree
24-hour
with
bodega
you
open
because,
for
like,
you up the block. You gotta take a car
I
and
feel
shit.
like niggas who moved to New York, they gotta understand it's not gonna be easy here.
Like,
It's not. It's not.
But this is you gotta understand the territory of when moving here, what you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Like they think it's like, oh yeah, oh I'm a theater student. Oh yeah, Broadway. Oh glitz and glam. And it's all that.
It's not like
it's
that.
not all. It's not only that. We have everything here. Everything. We have the struggle. We have the glam. We have everything here. Everything that you have to offer, we have right here. Maybe in moderation and some support, but everything that you have, we have it too.
Agreed.
To a different level.
Nah, people hear that Alicia
Like-
Keys hook, think it is the concrete
Man, fuck,
jungle.
I'm sick of that song. Man. That's fucking bullshit.
That shit's like the new New York anthem.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I hate it.
You hate it?
I like it, but I hate it.
It wasn't the New York anthem.
It's not my anthem.
It's not that.
Nah,
But,
but
You know what my anthem is?
we say
I got
that.
100 guns and 100 clips.
But motherfuckers say
New York.
motherfuckers from the Midwest treat that as a New York anthem.
Welcome to New York City.
Right, the only New York song I
Welcome to New York
recognize
City.
or Ja Rule. I'm from New York.
Yo, I'm not
free
gonna
you
lie.
out.
If those is the only options for New York anthem, we gotta do better because them shits is old. Half of them shits is played out.
All right,
This is played out. Welcome to New York City. That's a classic song.
that is a classic.
Song. I don't mean that. Like,
Well, Cameron has a version of New York City. New York City. Oh, yeah. But it's old still. It's still old.
Everything could change. No, that's New York
Oh,
Minute.
New York
That's
Minute.
French.
That's New York
I mean, but
Minute.
New
That's
York Minute
French.
is only in New York, so.
Yeah.
All right, so
But nigga, anthems are supposed to be old. They're supposed to be like
They're
Like,
supposed
it's
to-
timeless. Is
They're supposed
basically
to
what
be
it
timeless
is.
songs.
timeless,
Yeah.
yeah. We need another one. we need another option. We need something else because it's like.
It's on you, my nigga. You
You
got
the
it.
music,
Yeah.
you the rapper
I
talking
want-
about the new anthems.
I'm
man.
Word.
not, I'm not saying y'all for responsible. I'm
No,
saying
no.
like like
Nah,
New
'cause
York is a city. We need.
while we on hit like New York hip hop, I want to transition
even
this
know
to
what-
music. Yeah, because exactly, like, what is the New York sound now? Because we had this talk.
I could talk to Randy about that.
Yeah, because we've had a bunch of hip hop questions and hip hop
Yeah.
discussions here, and
Okay.
like we ain't probably in the know like you are.
Okay.
Like as far as the New York sound, like what is the New York sound now?
Okay. Well, I think
Is it the British thing where we just like pot smoke and we just like
yeah. I mean that.
yeah?
So
Fabio
so it's like
Foreign,
this,
is
right?
Is that what we doing?
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I just want to say Randy really got. Did I fuck it up?
Nah, you good?
No,
Alright,
you good.
Randy really got his pulse on the culture. Randy called this drill shit a minute ago.
He did?
Randy was making music 10 plus years. Like,
This nigga dead.
really in it, yeah. That
He
ass.
told
Like,
me to
he's
rap on
working-
British beats 5 years ago. I was like, I don't know
Really?
about this. He was right.
Really, like, got, like, top tier rappers and, like, bottom tier rappers in his whole you feel
Yeah.
me, portfolio.
There's nothing wrong with bottom tier
I'm just
rappers.
saying.
Niggas
Nah,
be at
'cause
the
you feel
bottom.
me?
Niggas be at the
It's a
bottom.
respectable view. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do this music shit. I could have just said that. I do this music. Yeah, but I would say that the New York sound is undefined, right? Because New York is a melting pot for real. So you got niggas in Brooklyn. Well, also right now also is wacky, because wacky, if you niggas don't know what wacky means, is like weird, like off, like strange, crazy, different.
Even if someone's white, I can figure that out. I think.
What?
So I'm just saying. Like,
Walk hard.
I'm trying to speak for the rest of
Hang
the.
on.
The rest of the white listeners.
So like,
We do have some like.
So on one hand, I would say that the New York sound is regional, right? Because you got the niggas in the Bronx, they sound different from niggas in Brooklyn. And the niggas in Brooklyn sound different from niggas in Harlem, and the niggas from Harlem sound different from niggas in Queens. But at the same time, what I will say is that when there's ever a sound that goes into the forefront, niggas start copying, right? So right now we can say it's obvious, like the UK drill, Brooklyn sound is what's going
Poppin',
crazy.
OD.
It's most popping shit. Niggas like Fivey, shout out Fivey. Niggas like Pop, God bless the dead, Pop Smoke. And then you got even niggas like, you know what I'm saying, who's on different time too, like Queens niggas like Diora and shit like that. Like there's other niggas too that's hard too, that Smooth L too, you feel me? So
Brooklyn, right?
Nah, he Queens.
nah,
Queens?
Smooth L's from Queens?
I think so, bro.
Nah, I think that nigga from Brooklyn. New Apollo. New Apollo's the one.
He's from the border.
But
Shout out there.
yeah, so I would say that it's hard to put to pinpoint exactly what the New York sound is, cause niggas in different regions, like, you feel me? If you from the Bronx and you like 15, you probably sound like A Boogie. Yeah. But if you're 15 and you're rapping in Brooklyn, you probably sound like Smooth L or Fabio, or you feel me? Pop, or even Chef G and Sleepy Hollow or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Where is what's the name from? The dude signed to Rich the Kid.
Jay Critch?
Yeah.
Jay Critch is from Clinton Hill. He's from Clinton Hill.
Really?
Which is like Bed-Stuy. So like Bed-Stuy.
I feel like he has his own style.
Yeah.
Like his whole cadence is different than a lot of New York rappers.
Yeah, he had his own sauce. Like, so Jay Critch, I feel like he kind of came in the game in like an interesting time. Like, when did Did It Again come out? Like 2017? 2017. So it was like he was like the New York nigga that was popping when the SoundCloud rap was kind of going crazy. Right. You feel me? So his whole lane is kind of just different because now that SoundCloud shit is not what it used to be. You feel me?
That shit fell off hard. Yeah. That shit fell off hard.
But he was the only nigga that was really like rapping during that. You feel me? He wasn't like, you know, just a bunch of ad-libs. He actually had flow and like bars and all that and sauce too. So, shout out Jay Critch. Word.
Yeah. I fuck with him.
Word.
I got a question for Sim too, cause as somebody who's like making music and shit, like, how do you try to like find where you fit into this whole music scene, and like how you make your music and shit?
Because Randy laughing.
Cause I think you got a very unique sound. And it's not like typical shit, like all the shit that, like Randy mentioned, like the different sectors and shit.
Right.
It's unique. It's a little bit of old and new.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, in terms of the music with me, I feel like we enter in a time where like, all right, you know how niggas be saying like everybody in the hood want to rap, like every young kid want to rap, this, that, and the third. I feel like there's a way to translate your personality into, I don't want to say into rap, but into like, I mean, like art, rhythm and poetry, art.
You have to find your creativity somewhere.
Exactly. So. And I feel like it's easy for a lot of niggas to just put words together or to have a certain vibe on songs. There's a lot of songs that's going crazy right now, and the nigga, you wouldn't consider that nigga a rapper. He's just a nigga that has a cool vibe on the track, and you hear it. You hear the confidence in what he's saying. But it's not even that crazy, this, that, and the third. So I feel like my shit just be myself. Like, I don't know, that sounds wild cliche, but like, if you see my zine, you'll understand why I rap the way that I rap. If you see the way I dress, to me, you'll see the way I rap the way I rap. And I feel like, I don't know, it goes deeper than that, because there's some producers I might not fuck with, but I fuck with Randy because our vibe and our chemistry is just a certain way. And that's why I'm able to make the music that I make.
And even as a listener, just, you know, not to get, like, it's not just to give you credit and whatnot, but, like, the song that got, like, I was like, all right, he's not lying. Yeah. To me, all I needed to read was 17 with a Montclair. That's all I needed to read. That's fine. Because we went to high school together.
Yeah. You remember me?
I remember. Exactly. That's it.
Might have been 16. Real shit.
I didn't even need, like, before I even listened to the song, I was like, oh, all right, that's it. Nice, like, and that's where, to me, it's like, all right, now I know, like, this is where his lane is.
Right.
Like, this is where he's speaking about it, and like, it makes, at least it's different. It could be hard for someone that's not used to you, but I'm just being honest with you, like someone that doesn't know you from the start, but it would take that interest level. Like, it catches you. It's just like, shit, 17 with a Montclair. Like, 17, what does that mean? Like, oh, he's talking about when he was 17. Like, and it was real. Because that's exactly how it was.
Facts.
And when you hit that point, it shows that originality. It shows that difference that I think could separate you. Right. And that's why at this point now, I think when you make everything so mainstream and whatnot, it's at this point, what's going to catch the interest level is originality.
Right.
Something that is different, something that's specific. And it's tough, but if it does click,
it's
that's
real.
What's going to blow off.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, facts. I feel like that's like, shout out to Randy again, because Randy be trying to bring that out of me all the time. Randy will really try to be like, yo, what was niggas talking about back then? What was really going on? And that be the shit that clicks the most. You know what I'm saying? I really was 17 with a Montclair. That really happened. Niggas really went to Barney's and got that. And that was like the biggest. That was like the biggest thing to us. OD, bro. Nigga, we came to school late on purpose.
We didn't.
With the GFB on the fitted cap.
We was like embroidering the team name on the side of the hats. This is like 2008, 2009.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know what the fuck Montclair was at that point. I heard. I was like, oh, it's an expensive jacket. I didn't know the price point.
Bro, I still can't afford that shit.
Yo, bro, not for nothing. I can't afford that shit now. Like, times changed, but like back then it was like, yo, bro, we saved up the whole year for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know
that's
what I'm
real
saying?
shit, bro.
And I was like, nah, bro, we coming to school late. Ugg boots, pant leg one joint up. Like, we was going hard for that. And niggas was dying over coats. You know what I'm saying? Back in those days as well.
The merms.
Can I just say, I still got my Ugg boots, bro.
Yeah, I sold my shits. And I sold my Montclair. But
oh, you sold it?
I got a couple biggies though. So
A couple, nigga.
A couple, that ass. But nah, I appreciate hearing that shit. Like, especially, you know, you guys being niggas that went to high school with us and like know that we was on that time. It's like, that shit is real important, bro. Like, those cultural aspects. I also wanted to say to y'all, like, not even to interject, same shit I was saying before about like true Harlem, not the new Harlem. Like, y'all gotta understand, like, I never seen something like this for Washington Heights. I never seen something like this. Not even to say like for other boroughs, or like even just to know that like a native, like a New York, a white person from New York, very different white person. And I know I don't mean to make that seem any type of way. I'm just trying to say that like it's real though. That's a very separate thing than like this person from down south or this person from the Midwest and this, that, and the third. So I feel like it just became natural to like the things that we grew up on for us to just be the things that we jack and hold up on our shoulders.
I think for what helped me connect and to understand, like, I grew up growing up in Astoria is arguably one of the most diverse areas in the world.
Facts.
To be honest with you, so where I grew up with has been to accept other cultures,
everything,
accept the hip hop culture, accept everything, except I was able to even connect with Asians like growing up and shit like
probably way earlier than
exactly. I like there was a time, so I'm gonna be real, in high school we had that last senior year in Hunter College. I somehow ended up in the calculus class. And I'm like, I don't belong here. We had one test, one shot. And it was like, yo, if you do good, you get calculus. If you do all right, you get pre-calc. And there's levels to that shit. Yeah. And I ended up in the calculus class. I don't know how, because I wasn't the grade A student, but I ended up with all the smart kids relatively. But I was able to connect with them. It was part of me growing up where I am in New York. I could say in Queens, but it could probably work in I mean, that's just the truth. Yeah. Like, I've exposed to different cultures and understanding them, and I feel like I'm able to connect with every single type of person that's out there because of what I grew up through, because I was able to make friends throughout time, and I didn't appreciate that until probably high school. Facts. Where I'm like, they fuck with me. I'm like, all right, oh shit, like, you know, not everyone's you can't make friends with everybody, but
not just even that, like on the attitude side, like I don't know, bro, like it might be a nigga from the Midwest that like you could punk or talk a certain way to, but like a white person from New York, they're not going for that.
No, exactly.
It's not the same. So
no,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say like anything specifically about anybody. I don't want anybody to be offended about that, but like I just feel like that's like everybody got their own thing and everybody's different. If you feel me? If you a Greek person and you grew up in New York, your experience is very different. You don't really relate to everybody.
Completely.
So I just feel like that whole went to your hood and nobody knew you shit, it's about stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah.
So
I wanted to add one more thing, because we've had, back to like earlier episodes, we had a bunch of talks about like rap and music specifically. And then something you were talking about, like the 17 with the Montclair, like that's facts, it's real. Mm-hmm. Believability in rap. Because like we talked about it on another episode. rap is like the one genre of music or genre really where you have to believability is everything, right? Because in rap, it's like if nobody believes you're a shooter, you can't say you're a shooter, right? I mean, you can, but but that's where the thin line is, because everybody can't be a shooter, everyone can't be a drug kingpin, but everybody says they are.
Everyone
right?
can't be fucking 1,000 bitches and copping 1,000 whips all over here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I've never heard nobody say I was the.
Niggas forget how Usher's Confessions too wasn't about him.
Isn't it
a big fact?
Yo, isn't it funny though?
But when it comes to rap, niggas gotta be about it.
Isn't it funny though that a rich nigga could try to be a rapper, and the one thing he's gonna rap about is how broke he was and how he had to struggle.
There you go.
So I just feel like rap is something that's based upon like the type of person you want to be. I do feel like some niggas be going crazy and like, but at the end of the day, it's about two sides of his tail. It's about your truth. Your truth could be that you want to always do these things, and you don't say, I can't wait till I get here. You just say, I got the wraith, I got the this, I got the that. Because you've seen a lot of niggas manifest that from nothing. From talking about it to actually really living it. And I just feel like that's, to me, that's what the way it is. But I feel like it might be different for somebody like Randy, because I might rap with Randy. I might be recording some shit and he'll be like, yo, stop gassing it. Like, you not doing this, that, and the third. Or he might be like, yo, talk about this, like, get in your bag. So I feel like it all depends. But
all right, so here's my take on it. You said that, you know, what'd you say? You said that rap is like the only genre where you have to, like, we have to believe you.
I think that the believability factor in rap is the highest in any genre of music. Like when Joe said that, like, you can have a whole, like, even when it goes to writing, like, now if you don't write your own rhymes or whatever, everybody has writers in the music industry, singers, whatever. They all got writers. But if you don't write your own bars, it takes away from whatever you're pushing out.
All right, so here's how I feel about it, right? I think that right now, obviously, like, rap is the oldest it's ever been, right? But it's still relatively young relative to the other music genres. This shit started in the 80s, bro.
Yeah.
Right. You feel me? Like, rap wasn't even around when your parents were born. Like, this is some new shit still. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, what we're seeing, in my opinion, is the values that it was founded on changing over time based on the maturity of the genre, right? So, like, the older the genre gets, the more, I'm gonna keep it 100, the more infiltrated it gets, right?
Yeah.
The more other niggas who don't got nothing to do with the fucking culture come in and put money behind it, and they juice it. They juice it for financial gain. Or some niggas who are from the culture on some business shit and juice it too for financial gain, because, nigga, this shit is legal money, and this shit a whole lot better than illegal money, right? So what you have when you have these type of situations is you have compromise. And when you have those type of compromises, it could, you know, infringe on integrity. Now, I feel like with all of that being said, the shit that isn't authentic doesn't last. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'll tell you that, you know, if you would have asked me this a year ago, nigga, the hottest rapper was 6ix9ine. And that nigga, we knew he wasn't doing none of that.
Yeah.
We knew it. We all sit here and was like, this nigga is lying.
Right.
Yeah.
That didn't change the fact that the song was fire, and that didn't change the fact that we was all jacking all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. At the end of the day, niggas is promoting an image. So I feel like a lot of rap today, at least 90% of it, is motherfuckers promoting an image that people want to hear. They may not necessarily be from that lifestyle, but
yo, bro, these niggas don't even be doing drugs, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
These niggas don't even.
They tell you to do drugs.
Future.
They're telling you to do
These
drugs.
niggas don't really be doing drugs, bro. These niggas don't really be popping perks.
They be straight
These
edge.
niggas don't be sipping lean.
Straight edge,
None of that
bro.
shit, bro. These niggas don't be doing none of that shit.
But you listen to them and you do that shit,
I'm
right?
telling you. They don't.
Listen, it's an image. It's an image. And nowadays, niggas is making money off of promoting an image. It's marketing. That's, at the end of the day, that's all.
I get not
America
killing
has done.
niggas, but not doing the drugs that they rapping.
But that's the thing. Like, where is there a line between like juicing something to make it sound cool? Like, all right, maybe I didn't fuck 5 bitches this night. Maybe I just got the top from one. Like, Like where's the
is-
line between like fiction, like you
The-
pushing a narrative and you just like adding a little sauce to make something sound good?
I'm
Truth
not
is,
gonna
you
lie.
wouldn't be able to tell.
Nah, I think that when it all is said and done, it's in the music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a reflection of like where you hear the music. Not for nothing, niggas can say all they want about, you know, vapid lyrics and, you know, this nigga's line, this, that, and the third. But the realest rappers be the most successful ones still, bro. The niggas with the real authentic music, bro, the niggas who are really saying something meaningful, they be the top rappers still. So you could say that old rap is going in a negative place and niggas aren't talking about nothing. No, bro. Because as far as I'm concerned,
look at Nipsey. Like, he was talking about
Nipsey,
something.
Nipsey,
Currency,
Kendrick, Drake, Cole, these are all still
Drake.
You know what it is? You know what it is?
What?
When we go from
Drake,
Nipsey,
he ain't really.
when
Half
we
the shit
go,
he rap, he ain't really doing. Son.
when we go from Nipsey to Drake, you gotta remember Drake is talking about the relationship shit.
Yeah,
that
bro.
the
Alright,
rap
yeah.
niggas that we listen to don't talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah. You
So
can
I
be
get
right
it.
about that.
I get Drake when it comes to relationships.
But when Drake is hype and he's
I
901,
if you talking about shooting
305,
niggas,
look alive, come on.
I don't know what that means.
Yo, bro.
I don't know
I'm
what
not
that
gonna
means.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. Drake don't gotta be tough to have goons. He don't
No, he
gotta
has
be.
goons.
That's
He
a
don't
fact.
gotta. He don't gotta be
That's a fact.
gangster to have
I'll
gangsters
defend
with
this
him.
nigga.
And I don't think anything that he be saying is like, oh, he's dragging it, because he don't ever talk about shooting niggas or none of that. He just talk about mob ties and affiliates, real
That's a
affiliates,
fact, and that's real world shit.
Yeah, so I don't
shit.
know. I think that, you know, niggas can say what they want about the ghostwriting shit or whatever the case may be.
I'm
However,
not
niggas
crazy about that.
Yeah, I'm not getting that nigga is.
He's
one of the nicest, bro.
He is.
Yeah, it's
Call
been
it
times you
what it
will offer words like, yo, you should probably say this instead of that, and then
Yeah.
niggas deserve a whole ghostwriting credit for that. It's like,
The truth is,
made this
niggas.
shit better.
Right, the niggas really do promote images out here though. That's really what the game is about, because the biggest export in America is marketing, and that's that's one of the things of being
Talk
in
that
America.
business talk that we like to hear you talk.
Facts.
Marketing
So-
is like one of the most important things of all time now, especially now in the social media era. So yeah,
exactly.
I feel you.
Niggas
When
be
you
better
got tools
marketers
like
than they be having products.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you look at these like overnight
Kardashians.
successes. It look
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
even get me started. I be telling my wife, don't believe the hype, but she just be all.
Their
in that
makeup
shit.
isn't good.
Their makeup's probably.
I'm
My
not a
wife
girl,
bought every single palette, whatever that nigga. I'm almost broke off that shit, bro.
off of makeup.
Off of buying that makeup for her. Yeah.
Well,
That's crazy.
for marketers, it comes.
crazy.
It comes
I
down
ain't
to
broke, but I'm you know what I'm saying.
For
Nah,
marketers,
yeah, I know how
here's
it
the
is.
thing: marketers, if especially like even entry level ones, they don't get that much money, right?
Okay.
Their money thrives off of power. Marketing thrives off of power. That's where the money gets built. There's always that struggle between what you want is power or money. And there's sometimes the power leads to money. It's a,
But I
it's a
thought
20.
first you get the money, then you get the power.
Scarface.
Not necessarily.
He was wrong.
It depends on how. Yeah, but here in an influential age like we are, sometimes
First
it
you
comes
get the-
down to where
First
you
you get the
can.
clout.
Yep.
Then you get the money.
Yes,
Cause
it
yeah,
can
clout
be
and
that.
power.
Scarface in the '80s, bro. It's a
It's a different time now.
It's
So
crazy.
marketing is where, and it comes down to the media as well. Look at coronavirus right now. Corona has been chilling there for at least 2 months.
Longer now.
I was sick in the end of January joking about Corona, and like everyone was
I was
joking
sick
around
at
and
that.
shit
I was
like
sick
that.
at that same time
And
period.
y'all were in London. I was actually sick, and I was joking around with it. But now, if I joke around with it, it'd be like, all right, why the fuck you joking around with this shit now? It's different. The powers it's a social mindset that changes, and marketing and media has a complete effect on that.
Oh yeah,
The
absolutely.
media has completely taken Corona and fucked it, like literally. It's like they're investing
It's literally.
everything.
It's literally.
everything
It's
that they
not
want.
figuratively fucking. It's literally.
But like if you're a marketing major, like people that are marketing majors don't make a lot of money off the rip. Like they take the low level jobs, they work dog shit hours, and they grind, and that's part of marketing. But they'll take the sacrifice from of an income level to get more power. And that's where, like, you try to find that balance. I mean, I'm a business major. I know what the
I
consequences
think the word
are.
you're looking for is influence, not
I
power.
mean, it's both. They intertwine with each other. Because influence does have power, and power has
Vice
influence.
versa,
So, marketing, like, if you were to get into marketing, That's the type. That's what your ultimate passion is power and influence.
Right.
So that's not. You're not gonna get money off the rip, but you can control the money. You can control where shit happens. And go what?
So then it's really more so about the influence that people have. So when you have influence and you have an artist who is promoting a certain lifestyle, then it's going to be easier for you to evoke that power over a certain population and get those monies back into your like label or something.
It's kind of like a
because like I mean. Not for nothing.
Easier
a lot
and
of
harder.
these labels are really looking for somebody who they could market well.
It's true.
Even if you talk about just being from the street, even if you're not from the street, they're gonna market you like you're from the street because they know that you have a certain look to you. And
if they could find something that catches, they'll run with it.
They'll run
even
with
if
it,
it's one thing.
And that's the point, though. So that it's hard for the everyday person who listens to music to separate that from an image who is really about it. Like Nipsey was really coming from
true.
a lifestyle.
Let's be real. Nipsey didn't blow up the way some other artists may have blown up because the others that aren't part of that life can't connect to it. Everyone's just like, all right, he's just like that boring. Like I'm gonna talk about shit. Even though they can't connect that it's actually real what he's talking about. Like I'm talking about from the mainstream culture. Nipsey wasn't mainstream, to be honest with you, or at least if he was, like I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the John Legend collabs with DJ Khaled on that bullshit. I
fuck with Nipsey OD, but after he died, that's when it felt like
you're right, exactly, and that's when they try to market it a bit differently. But Nipsey before that wasn't that, and he would connect to those who lived through the shit, and like that's where you're like, oh, like I can relate to this motherfucker. I could like that, and that what he's, and then turning into rhymes, and then turning into actual music changes the way you look at shit.
Right.
But like now, it's tough to connect him after he's died and shit like that, and then like try to market the shit out of him.
Right.
It's just a different perspective.
Well, I'm gonna say something real quick. I feel like the culture. One, there's the cultures.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
There's mad of those, but
The cultures.
I'll say the culture versus the industry shit. Niggas want a nigga who's authentic, but you don't want a nigga who's too authentic. You don't want a nigga. Everybody want a nigga till the nigga show up. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
The nigga here now. Yeah, when the niggas here, niggas is oh shit, you really trapping? You really got bricks? You really got
on the run?
Yeah, you really on the run? You really got? Oh, you really?
I ain't beat the race, bitch. I did the race.
Right.
I ain't beat the case, bitch. I did the race.
That ass. You don't want a nigga
that
like
nigga
that.
show up.
You don't want to give that nigga $6 million.
Well, it's
but you want a nigga who tells those stories from a different perspective than the other niggas.
That's
and
why they got 6ix9ine.
Yeah, I mean,
6ix9ine was backed by.
he
that
was an
whole
industry plug.
Brooklyn Bloods.
Nah. Well, his shit was a whole different because the blood niggas had thought that it was gonna be some money shit. Yeah, but the point that I was trying to make was like, I don't know. I just feel like with a lot of this music shit, it's there's too many.
Promote the image.
It's too much like he was saying earlier that like it's easy to promote a nigga who's authentic, but it's not. It's not easy to promote a nigga who's authentic because that shit, it takes a while to catch on to a generation of people who like
raised
nigga,
on
a couple years ago, like when Chief Keef was popping, who was his major fan base? It was a bunch of 13-year-old white kids because that shit was a fantasy to them. Yeah. When he was really when he's really
that's
on
what I was
house
going to
arrest,
talk
when he's
about.
really
It comes into the fantasy versus reality. It's like connecting to the reality but attracting the fantasy. At the same time, like white kids want to like fake live that shit, but they don't want to actually be in that shit. Like they want to, when it comes down to actually starving and
parties
and thriving and living and like living
Everybody
the
want to
fears.
be a tourist. That's what it is. Everybody wants to be a tourist to this hip hop community, and that's what it comes down to. We're here to guide you through your tourism. That's what it really is.
Yo,
45th and Broadway.
Yo, by the way, random. I will want to say that one of the coolest marketing promotion, because we on that topic.
Yeah.
Jim Jones had rented one of them double decker tour buses, and he had niggas listen to his album.
Oh yeah,
and he took them through
fire.
Harlem and brought them to certain blocks where shit really went down, and I thought that was fire. Because by the way, 45th and Broadway is a Dipset song.
Tell him the
it's not
history.
even.
Yeah, facts. None of us are from 45th and Broadway.
From 114.
Speak for yourself, bro. I got that shit tatted on me, bro.
Alright.
Real good. I got that shit tatted on me, bro.
Alright, well, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Y'all really want me to show skin? Y'all really want me?
I'm on the same building as Jim Hill, so I mean,
Yeah, fact. We're really from Tad. So, but yeah, I just feel like all this shit is like, it's a weird mix, and you just gotta like guide your way through. You're gonna start off being all the way yourself, then you realize that's not gonna work all the way. You have to tune certain things. Not to say not being yourself is gonna work, but you have to, like, I don't know if it's relativity or relatability, but one of those, like, you have to relate to people even if they're not from where you're from. You have to talk about certain things that you experience that's like, oh, you could imagine that far. You could never, you feel me?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a whole mix of that, but...
Wait, hold on. In context of what?
I don't know, man. We talking.
Yeah.
Nah.
In terms of what? All right. But in terms of like what you're talking about on a rap, right?
Yeah.
You could speak away whether you fully lived it or not, maybe filtered in a sense, but if it comes out believable, and then you attract to people that didn't go through that. You're like, you know what? I could see him going through that, and like, yeah, it sounds all cool and all that shit, but at the same time, I don't have to deal with that consequences. But the cool aspects out of it, getting that respect, is attractive. And getting that street cred.
It's tourism. It's all tourism.
I understand why he's saying tourism, because you can go to Harlem and be like, oh yeah, look at the way these niggas live. You feel me? Like, oh yeah, look at what they see every day. But you don't actually
you can walk on the block, but you live in the alley in like Soho and like in a loft, and like you're still good.
Let me tell y'all a quick story real quick. When I went to Albany University, I had a whole bunch of fucking Jewish kids who used to sell peas. And they would think that they were the toughest motherfuckers listening to fucking Young Dolph and Pusha T talking about selling fucking drugs. But guess what? When these niggas fucking failed a class, they was crying. And I say that because that's what the music appeals to. Motherfuckers who want to live that fantasy. But guess what? When school is over, when that fantasy is over, you want to lean on your regular life. Okay, cool. It's all about tourism.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
It helps to have somebody who's authentic tell that story.
Right. You know what old rich white niggas need to start doing? You need to start coming at the rappers like, fuck out of here. Y'all niggas want to live our life. Y'all niggas want to do what we do. I'm dead ass, bro, because at the end of the day, rappers talk about both sides. We're talking about like being all the way pop, which is why the niggas that actually have it want to be on that type of time. But then they also be talking about like, yo, I can't wait to own dealerships. I can't wait to own establishments. I can't wait to, you feel me? And I mean, all white niggas is not cool enough to be on that type of time where they make niggas feel weird about it. But it's like, all of that shit,
they're not
I feel
gonna
like
get
all of this shit
respect
is
either.
relative.
They're just not gonna gain respect
relative.
from the people that want it. They're not gonna gain that respect because it's like, all right, we're either born into it.
And that just comes
like,
down to like, I don't know. I also feel like when you're cool, you're cool. So you could just make anything sound wavy. You can make anything, even if like you weren't jacking it last week. This week you're jacking it because.
How many people you think started smoking weed because of Snoop Dogg?
How
many people you think started smoking weed because of Wiz Khalifa?
A lot. Even more millions, maybe, because of the
how many kids you think pop perks because of Future?
Good question.
Or drink lean because of A$AP Rocky?
Good question.
Millions.
Millions, you think?
It's a lot.
I would say
it's a lot.
I would for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, so here's my question to you guys, right? What's interesting to me now is like, we were talking about marketing. It's like, as an adult, it's like, it's almost like you can see through the genjutsu, right? You can see through the...
I see that.
You can see...
the Sharingan, nigga.
Yeah, you can see through the facade of when, like... It's almost like you know when you're getting manipulated. At least, I'll speak for myself. Right. So have you, like, gone back and, like, listened or watched some of the old stuff that you grew up on and then are able to discern, like, oh, this was actually dope? Or you were like... Man, this is some shit that they just fed me, and I was just jacking it because it was on 106 in Park, and like this is actually not it, but you know what I'm saying? I'm an impressionable person. You feel me? Have you guys ever had any of those experiences?
Mm-hmm. I probably have that now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even
I'm not gonna say no names, but I can tell you right now, there's so much shit that I went in and looked back and listened to, and I was like, why the fuck? What the fuck was I on?
Right?
Yeah, super doo-doo, but also like, damn, like. word, this shit probably was the reason why I wasn't feeling good. Like, dead ass though, bro. Because some of the songs,
that's
like,
a good point.
Because like some of the music, like, I mean, I don't know. It's like it's confusing, right? Like, I don't know if listening to sad music makes you sad, or you listen to sad music because it helps you get through being sad.
That was a point I made on one previous episode. I'm like, why do people listen to sad music? Like, does it make you feel more sad? Because if I'm sad personally, I don't want to listen to no sad fucking shit. I'm not gonna put on Kid Cudi, my nigga. I'm not trying to shed tears and shit, my nigga.
With the sadness.
It comes out.
Maybe you want to feel
connectivity.
Maybe you just want to feel like you're not alone.
Facts.
I'm pretty sure.
Nigga.
Yeah. Yo.
Or like I'm sad with somebody else. I'm not the only person sad because that's real sad.
Does that make you feel better though when you're sad with another nigga?
Sometimes it doesn't come down to sometimes your version of feeling better may be different from someone else's feeling better.
Because me, I'm not gonna watch a sad movie when I'm in a bad mood.
If you ever been going through it with a bitch,
we all have.
Talk to another nigga about it, and he's like, "Yo, bro, been there, done that." That shit makes you feel 1,000 times
I'll never
better.
forget.
Yep.
I broke up with one of my ex-girls before Valentine's Day. And I went to a bar, and the bartender, I was with me and another friend who had just broken up with somebody. And we was both going through it. The bartender goes, y'all look like y'all real sad. But look on the bright side. Street Fighter 5 comes out tomorrow.
Oh! That's fine. Was that a woman?
Huh? No, it was a dude.
Oh, okay. Damn.
And he's like, and you don't got to spend no money on flowers.
If that was a woman that said that, I would have fucked her.
Hold on. Real question. Is a nigga saying, yo, you'll be alright, is that a bad thing? Because apparently that's a toxic...
It depends what I'm going
through. That's a toxic thing to say. You'll be alright.
I have a question.
That shit fire. I'm going through it, my nigga. You'll be alright.
Have you guys ever hooked up with a girl that you didn't think was all that, but she had a really popping personality, and her personality was so like let's say like you said
personality pussy.
Yeah, like, I'm asking because you said what'd you say? You said that was a girl you would have fucked her.
Yeah.
What if she was not a looker?
Some sacrifices I would make.
Personality fire.
You would still fuck?
Yeah.
Let's say she was a big John, bigger than you, tall.
Wait,
them fluffy gal.
Have you ever fucked on a big one?
Have I ever had a big John?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple big.
Have y'all all?
No, that's a cheat question. He a big nigga though.
Listen,
I like big girls.
why y'all even counting big girls out, son? Big girls is the fucking.
I'm not against
the
them.
oil of the economy. Like, let's go.
Them fluffy gal.
Wait, hold on.
But you know what them fluffy gal?
You're not 22. Like, niggas is older now. I feel like big girls is never rolled out if you older. I remember in high school, I went to high school, most of y'all niggas.
Yeah.
I remember in high school, niggas was talking about eating pussy, and niggas was like, nah.
I'm never doing that shit. Y'all niggas dirty, this, that, and the third. Bet money everybody here eats ass.
That was eating ass.
I will say this.
Hold on. Eating a tablet, y'all eat ass.
No, I mean,
Niggas don't eat ass at all.
Yo, niggas she eating ass like eating pork. Niggas is Yo, that's what Kofi said. He said Rasta man don't eat no pork.
No, he don't eat no pussy either.
Urban niggas is not going.
Them niggas don't eat pussy either, apparently.
But he said go ass
still?
Huh?
Still?
Yeah.
Still.
I feel like new age. I feel like new age roster
You're
niggas is
thinking of like
different.
Bed-Stuy. You're thinking of like Canarsie. Yeah, them niggas. Niggas is never touching none of that, bro. That's embedded.
This dude Kofi.
I don't think he's Jamaican. I think he's Trini.
Who?
Kofi.
Nah, Caribbean niggas.
Oh, Caribbean.
Yeah.
What's this right?
Thing,
Hold on.
Rastafari,
What's this drip you got on? Sim from the hill?
Talk to it.
Where the camera at? What's that?
It's right here.
You gotta get. What is that? Went to your hood?
Hey, what's
Hey.
your hood? Nobody knew you, nigga.
I ain't even seen that in the store.
It's not coming out.
Yeah, I hope you didn't come over here and started asking about me. I hope you didn't come to my crib and something before you came over here and started asking about me, thinking,
I was not asking
yeah,
you,
where's
bro.
Sally crib at? Where's Sally crib at? I don't know. Who the fuck is that?
You're not gonna do it?
I didn't know if anybody.
Niggas not gonna do it.
I ain't do a head count.
Oh, this nigga got hidden bitches and shit? Niggas a hidden bitch jitsu and shit?
Hit his bitch jitsu?
The hidden... Oh, this nigga never
He ain't never watched Naruto.
At all.
You don't watch anime, nigga?
He's
used to.
racist. What the fuck is that? If it's black or Asian or Hispanic, he's never watched it. You ever see?
Don't know about that.
You ever watch?
This is what I deal with on a regular.
You ever?
Since high school, you take it.
This nigga did. I
ever-
told him you ain't watch no black movies. He
It
was
could-
like, it's telling
hey,
some white
bro,
shit.
it could be worse.
You could have the Rona.
That's one.
So if I coughed, y'all all be shook right now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, up until last week, yeah, legit. I didn't think brown or black people could get this shit.
I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen video of a black
I didn't
guy
think
in the
this shit was
hospital.
real.
You on his page. He was like, yo, this shit is bullshit. Niggas
I'm
is
not
overreacting. Niggas close all the stores.
I haven't. I don't think I've died officially on that hill yet, though. I
Oh,
don't.
I thought you were about to say
What
you
the
haven't
fuck?
died.
What the fuck else has to happen for you
I
to
don't
be
know.
like,
Something.
It gotta be some
Somebody you know gotta
doesn't
get.
feel right with this. whole
one of
shit.
his
Somebody
family
you know
members
gotta
gotta
get it, right?
for him to be like, all right.
Maybe.
Yep.
I don't know.
Fucks with. Someone he fucks with in his family has to get it.
Yeah.
You might be right,
100%.
but I feel like from a bigger picture standpoint, I
So
feel like
question, are you
something
taking it
else.
serious now? Yes or no?
You think about the numbers.
What do you take it? What do you? I'm forced to.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm
If
gonna
I
keep it.
still
I'm
had
gonna
to
keep
go
it
to
a
work,
bean.
I would still go to work.
None of us is taking it serious, bro. We are
Yeah.
in here right now.
Yeah.
We supposed to be
Niggas
6 feet
said
away from
under
each
10
other.
people. We 7. Nigga, I'm taking it serious.
Oh.
So if we got 4 bitches up in here,
I didn't dap none of y'all niggas up. Oh, y'all had 4 bitches? You wildin'.
if we had 4
If we
bitches,
would've had 2.
you would ask one motherfucker to get out of here.
No, if y'all had 2 come over, I'll be with it. But,
But if 3 bitches would have came, you'd be like, nah, slow.
nah, it's slow.
You lying.
It's slow.
You lying.
Nigga, I'll jump over the
You're
fucking
lying.
back. Fucking.
No, you wouldn't.
That fence over there, nigga?
No,
I
you
clear
wouldn't.
that shit. No hands,
Yo, if
nigga.
a fire bitch cough on your dick right now, you wouldn't give a shit.
Huh?
I guarantee you.
Nah, that's
I'm
wild.
not gonna lie, niggas is
wild.
niggas is acting like all sanitary with coronavirus, but they still going in raw on bitches.
Yep.
On the first link.
See, me, I'm squirting fucking hand sanitizer
squirt?
on my shit, and then I'm going
On your
in
what?
there as lube.
On your what?
You putting hand sanitizer as lube?
Yeah, that's lube, nigga.
What the fuck?
Shut up, nigga.
That shit's gonna burn.
Shut the fuck up.
That's gonna sound nasty. That shit ain't gonna be smooth. That shit dries up real quick too.
You don't know what the fuck. You don't use that shit.
I use hand sanitizer, not on my dick. No.
What the fuck?
This nigga's wild, right?
That's what he's talking
That
about.
nigga's wild. I ain't say shit.
You,
What the fuck
alright,
you
we
talking about?
have it on record that you were talking about putting hand sanitizer in your shit.
He might be onto
The
something.
fuck?
He might be onto something.
You might, now might be on the
Shut the fuck up.
So are y'all doing this quarantine shit like for real? For real?
How serious are we all taking this shit? Let's be real.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I speak for the black folk. We not taking this shit very serious.
Nigga, I walked from Midtown to Harlem yesterday. Midtown, ghost town. Harlem, niggas is out.
I will say, actually, I can't speak for all black people on that. I don't know how serious we take anything because we be laughing off a lot of shit that's funny. And that's just how we deal with a lot of pain.
For my job listening, I take this very seriously. Let me stay home.
Facts. Some niggas take it serious, more serious than others.
R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. I took that shit that serious.
This nigga didn't die from the corona though. The fuck?
R.I.P.
Wait, what
Kobe.
is he talking about? Nigga, Kobe ain't died from the
That's
corona,
how hard
bro.
that shit hit.
Niggas just had to
I
put it
cry.
in.
I'm not gonna lie. I cried over Kobe dying. I didn't cry over this
cheered the
bullshit.
fuck up. Nigga, I'm in fucking Manchester. Like, nah, this shit ain't real.
I hated the Lakers. I hated Kobe. Not on like a personal level,
This
but I
nigga
hated.
dropped 60 on us in New York in Madison
Yeah.
Square Garden. Fuck that.
Yo, crazy story about the Kobe shit. Me and Lani was in LA. We was leaving LA the day that Kobe died. We was in front of Roscoe's. We was in front of a Nipsey mural. And a nigga was selling Kobe art right next to us. We was like 10 minutes away from Staples Center. And then one of the niggas selling art was like, yeah, like I just heard that Kobe got in a helicopter accident to Santa Third. I was like, what? That's Kobe. He's good. He's fine. That shit was crazy. Like, unbelievable, bro. Like, literally the moment, because, you know, after that it was like a TMZ game and then like all the media publications. We had to see if it was real or not. And then it finally hit that it was like official. And then niggas was jacking Rick Fox had passed and all his
Yeah, that
daughters.
was fake. Niggas
That
like,
was
yo, why the
fake.
fuck would you throw Rick Fox in
That
there?
ass. But that
Niggas
shit
be
was
wildin'.
that shit was crazy though.
And if y'all niggas think I'm lying, at me and I'll send y'all the Instagram stories.
Marketing
what?
genius.
LA, bro.
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
My son was really in LA. My son was in LA. But yeah, after that, cars started honking. People stopped in the street. It was like, it was crazy being like in LA. We went to Staples Center like 30
Here's
minutes
the
after
thing.
he passed.
Here's my thing. Like 2020 sounds like a fire year, don't it? Like 2020.
It sounds
This
like
shit
a
was
memorable
trash.
year.
Yeah.
I don't know about fire though.
This shit.
It's memorable for sure already.
Yo, nigga,
Yeah.
we gonna be in textbooks and shit like
Yeah,
that. Nigga, like
2020
what?
shit went.
This year is a memorable ass year.
Not for nothing. I think everything niggas thought was gonna happen in 2000 happened in 2020.
Hold on.
Because they thought 2000 was gonna be
Gonna
like
be
the
end.
most craziest year, and it
Yeah.
was regular.
Hold on. I just
2020 went stupid.
I'm gonna just throw a curveball here. I just like to say R.I.P. to my man Kenny Rogers, the country singer.
Word.
RP to him too. He was like the only country singer I knew. So
You knew that nigga?
no, you know his name, huh? You know his name?
I thought.
You never heard of a Kenny Rogers? You a liar. You fucking liar.
Why am I lying?
Nigga, I know like 2 country songs.
I know Kenny G.
Nelly featuring some other nigga.
You know from Kenny from South Park?
Kenny Smith. Kenny the Jet Smith.
That nigga got a country song?
Yeah.
No, but
That's
he's
fire.
Kenny. He probably did.
Who was that nigga that Nelly featured on the
I know a
song?
nigga named
Garth
Kenneth.
Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
Nelly featured Garth Brooks. on
Florida
the song?
Georgia line.
Oh, Gavin McGraw?
I think about it over and over again. I keep thinking
Tim
over
McGraw.
and over.
Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw. Damn. I thought y'all was playing. Niggas really didn't remember the nigga name.
Yeah.
Yo, that song went #1 for like a minute.
Oh shit.
No. Kenny
Nigga,
Rogers. Yeah,
that-
he's
that's how
good.
you win. You
Yo,
get
shout
the
out
white
to
folk,
McGraw.
you good, my nigga. I swear to God. I swear to God, you good. You get the white people on your fucking side. Like, straight up.
Tim McGraw, for real.
Shout out to
Tim
Yo,
McGraw,
if y'all start
guy.
doing country music, I got y'all, my nigga. Like, this nigga
Nah.
Nas X wasn't. This nigga was on to something.
Who?
Nas.
I mean, he
Nas
was.
X.
What was he on?
Did you guys
Country, nigga.
see that song Rascal by RMR
Yes.
with the niggas with the ski mask? The
Yes.
Yeah, he put us on the podcast actually.
He did,
A
yeah.
couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and they took that shit off.
Fuck 12.
Rascal Flash was like, nah. Rascal Flash was like, nah,
Yeah.
you can't cap off of this shit.
That's
I'm
Nah.
not gonna lie, they can't stop that.
Nah, it's a
Nah,
movement.
It's
nigga.
somebody recorded it already. It's gonna go up on SoundCloud.
Are you gonna come out with
and
"Went to Your Ranch" and nobody knew you?
Not at all. Not at all. Not doing it. I'm not gonna lie.
That would be fine. I'm not gonna lie.
You remember what I was talking
I'll
about?
do it if you
about
don't do
like about like how like billionaires need to start popping out and being
Yeah.
like country singers. They need to band together and be like, yo, fuck out of here. Y'all can't jack our shit. That ass, bro.
Nah, that shit is
They
actually,
won't though.
Country music actually not that
Yo,
bad.
Tim McGraw, holla at us. We trying to do a collab, bro.
Talk. Yo, Tim.
Yo, country music's pretty gangster.
It's
When you
not
listen to
that
it,
bad when you think about it. Like,
Yo, they don't give a fuck about what they're talking about
The
either.
beats be
All it is I'm drinking a
they
beer.
talk about the same shit we talk about.
Fucking a bitch and drinking a beer.
Country music?
Yes. One of the pioneers.
Johnny Cash is hard.
I
Yeah.
thought he was blues though.
So very
But
fine.
blues is black.
That's what
Blues
It all
is
came
black.
from
But is it
bluegrass
country?
though.
I thought because then some people would say
Nah, you're gonna.
Earth,
Elvis
and
is
Fire
country,
is
bro.
blues. Blues is like that.
That's bluegrass. That's what that
What,
is.
that wouldn't be Johnny Cash? At
Nah,
some
Johnny
point in
Cash
his
is
career?
like.
Went to Mississippi and I drank
Fuck the
some
bitch.
beer.
Johnny Cash was performing in
Fucked
prison.
on a bitch and I found out she was queer.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Pause.
What the fuck going on here?
hold on.
Yo, who was the nigga that did that? Mr. C?
Wait, when you fucked on a bitch and found out she was queer, either she didn't fuck with you
Was he the nigga that
or
did it? Yeah.
That's the
Alright,
part of the
I just
story.
wanna
You gotta
make
get
sure.
into the
Dick
next
of
song to
somebody
figure out
else
what the
knows
fuck
what's
happened.
Not the place at the time, right?
or she fucked with you and then you found out she had like a dick and shit.
That's wild.
How you find out
Well,
after
I got a
that?
story about that, but y'all niggas didn't even know. I ain't going to tell y'all that.
No, you
Yo, you don't come out and say I got a story about that and then not tell us.
a chick with a dick, you ain't got a story to tell.
Wait, you fucked a man?
Hey, yo.
Nah, bro.
Hey, yo.
Hold on.
Just be careful.
My G's.
Alright.
So nice.
Listen here, kids. Back when that internet day and shit just got live, you had Plenty of Fish,
Local hookups days.
Local
Yeah, I remember
hookups.
them.
I remember.
This is before Tinder.
Skonex.
This is before Tinder was
Yo,
a thing.
fucking Skonex.
MySpace. Niggas was getting pussy off of MySpace. Listen, I got a call from a bitch. She said, pull up. I said, oh, okay, cool. This is amazing. This is gonna be some amazing pussy. Long story short, I got halfway on the train. Shorty said, I gotta keep it a buck with you. I'm a nigga.
She sent you the voice note.
Nah, she's like, I just gotta let you know what to expect when you pull up.
This
but
is
I'm like,
pussy.
I'm halfway there. So Shorty, she was strategic. I'm sorry. They were strategic with it. And and then halfway, I just gotta let you know what it is. And I said, oh, okay. Nigga hopped off the train.
She says she hanging 10.
Alright, if you pull up to a bitch and her dick hang longer than yours, you wildin'. That's wild. Alright, go ahead.
Long story short, a nigga didn't pull up. Nigga didn't get no cheeks because she basically said, or it basically said,
I got the shwimmy.
Or it.
This is what it is, and you know you can still pull up. And I was just like, that's not me, baby. That's not me.
Wait, what did she say?
What was it?
She's like, I just gotta let you know that I'm in transition. What the fuck does that mean?
Sent you a
Are
pic?
you transferring from train to train or what you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, so you take...
Oh, you on 59?
Right, because you transferring to the local. It's like, nah.
You on 59?
Yo.
From the C train to the D train.
Wait, so did she hop on the D train or?
Nah, it wasn't even that, bro. She was just letting me know what it was.
Alright, but what was it?
In transition, and then, you know, she started...
Alright, but is that pussy? That's what I want to know.
Hey, yo, no more questions,
it's
my man.
in transition, bro. All I know is I went home, bro. I went home.
That's the right
I didn't know. I wasn't
Did you have the tits with the dick or no?
I don't know. But this is why you kids gotta be careful with these dating sites, because you don't know what you're gonna get.
I deleted all my shit. I was
It's Catfish City.
heavy. Yeah.
Catfish City all day. And that's just all I gotta say about that, yo. Just be careful with Tinder, because Tinder is easy, but when you pull up to a crib, it's a whole nother story.
I don't even think they invite to the crib no more. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
Well, that's what I wanted to know. Are people like still fucking during this Corona shit?
Yo, not for
Nah,
nothing.
they're doing video dates.
Not for nothing. Excuse my son for that story. That shit went where I didn't think it was gonna go.
I just gotta keep it a buck with y'all. My pain is y'all experience. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, this is huge.
I'm pretty sure there's probably a handful of it. You know what? This nigga, I felt that.
Did you?
Hey, man.
No, I ain't feel that. I'm pretty sure there's niggas out there that felt that. Nah, nigga, the worst Tinder date I ever had. She brought her gay best friend at the last minute.
For what?
Nigga, I don't know for what. Nigga. She told me like, yo, I forgot to tell you, but I got my best friend with me. I'm like, wait, what?
You thinking it's a bitch?
I'm thinking it's a woman. I'm like, don't worry, he's gay. He's quiet too, so you won't know he's there. I'm like, wait, what? It was literally minutes before we were about to meet. I met her. That nigga was, 1, he was gay. 2, he wasn't quiet. 3, he was the loudest nigga of all time. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What? She set me up, nigga. That shit was sus. I'm like,
she was trying to put you on with him?
No.
Oh shit!
Yo, you just spread Derek Jeter's ashes all over the place.
Oh, I thought it was something important.
Nah, oh, he's so good.
Yeah, just hang on to that.
Yeah,
shit.
so she brought her gay best friend. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, so that shit wasn't quiet like she said it would be. That nigga talked more than she did. I'm like, what the fuck?
What happened? How did they go?
Huh?
Was he gassing you up?
He was trying to make us make out the whole time. Like, nigga.
Wait, he was trying to make y'all make... Was the other one a girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck? I'm like, you think I'm gonna pull with 2 niggas? This nigga playing.
Trying to make a situation happen.
How you trying to pull with a homie and he's like, my homie's like, nah, he gay.
with 2 niggas. What the fuck?
Oh
You
shit.
think I can catfish that hard and pull up with it? Like, fuck it. All right, it's 2 niggas. All right, we out.
Hold on. I gotta change up the sauce. Salome, I could have sworn you was a Mets fan.
What?
I could have sworn you was a Mets fan in high school.
You would have. So you would have went to hell because
Nah, on everything I love. What's this nigga?
What do you love then? What the fuck do you love? What the fuck do you love?
Bro, you live right next to the Mets
That
stadium.
don't mean shit.
I saw you with a
He
Mets
live
fan,
across the
bro.
street. He live across the street from Yankee Stadium. And
I do too, bro.
And he's a
I
Mets
do
fan.
too.
But he's a Mets fan.
I remember you threw me in the trash because I came in with a Yankee fit and I couldn't name
You're
the
lying.
lineup back
You're
then.
lying.
Mets jersey.
You're
I
lying.
I swear you was not
You
able
gave
to
it to
album.
Never,
You was always been a Yankee fan. Always.
Always.
You put down your life, bro.
All my life.
Hold on. Now we can talk about it because niggas brought up baseball. All right.
I swear he's a Mets fan. No lie, guys. 10 years.
I don't.
I'm
I
I'm not even here.
No, you lying.
don't care about none of that shit. But hold on. Hold on. I just want to get this
He
out the
ain't
way.
one of us.
Y'all went to high school together, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
We gotta bring out them high school stories, but continue.
Son,
So
we went to middle school together.
All right.
Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
What?
You remember you went to high school?
I only
middle school
remember
with
I
him?
went to middle school with Randy because my first week in middle school he got into a fight.
That sounds like me. Well, wait.
You don't? Do you
Tell
remember?
niggas that he used to get into fights, and
All
I'm
the
like,
ti-
this nigga ain't getting into fights, and he'd be like, yo,
Wait,
I got into
wait,
fights
you went to
all
my
over
home?
too? Yeah,
Yeah, who did I fight? Taylor?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a woman?
Nah. I remember that because Taylor was the dude that gave me my like middle school tour.
Was he white?
Now he's
No.
black.
No.
A black dude
Shout out
named Taylor?
bro. Shout out Taylor, bro. Sorry with that.
You cool with him?
I don't got a problem with Taylor. It was in middle school, bro.
He's black. What the fuck, black dude is named Taylor?
Yeah.
yeah,
What?
Wait, what's going on?
I don't know. I'm
But yeah.
confused.
Man, random. What was you about to say?
I was gonna nigga brought up middle school. That was crazy. I had flashbacks, but yeah.
You talking about the Mets?
Yeah, I went to high school together, right?
Yeah.
Joe, I've known you for years.
Right. Over a decade.
Right. I know you know about brims. And I know you know what brims is valid. I know you know the difference between a black nasty and a gray brim.
Here's my thing. I don't agree with that shit at all.
Oh.
Apparently, you're supposed to only have a green brim.
No.
Gray.
Gray brim is the standard.
No.
All right, gray and green.
Green
But if
brim
you have a black one, it's called the black
Black
nasty.
nasty.
But why? Nigga, why?
You know, hold on. Are you for real?
Yeah.
You know why, nigga? Because when you wear that shit a lot, that shit look dirty and nasty and sweaty and gross.
So green and gray don't look...
Not like the black
Nigga,
nasty.
gray and green are lighter colors than black.
Bro, have you seen a black? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It
Nigga,
looks
I have
nasty,
one
bro.
right now, nigga.
Nah, bro, your shit don't even look. That don't count, bro. You know it. You know the
That's a
vibes.
specialty.
And nigga, that's not a black brim all the way. You got ice cream shit on it.
Yeah,
The
that's not
accoutrement.
59.50.
This ain't the brim, nigga.
And you
not
took
59.50,
the
nigga.
underbrim,
It's the
bro.
underbrim, yeah.
The underbrim.
I know, nigga, but
There's
like...
a design on the underbrim. That's what I meant. Come on,
Nigga, it
bro.
don't say ice cream. Oh, wait. It
It's
doesn't
a
have
yeah.
design. It doesn't have the design. But,
Not a 59.50, bro.
But, huh?
Oh, is it?
It's not a fitted.
It is.
It's not fitted. It's a fitted?
Nah, it's a snapback.
Nah,
It's a snapback.
But no, it's not 59.50. Snapbacks have their 49 or whatever the fuck this called. But anyway, nigga, who cares a fuck about the color of the bottom of the shit? Because it gets dirty different?
I care.
I think that's the shit that the hood made
45th and
up.
Broadway.
Just like having a sticker on your shit.
I was gonna say it's a lot of shit that the hood just made up and niggas stick by, and then
It's like, oh, why you don't got the sticker on your shit? Your shit ain't real. Yeah.
Don't disrespect the sticker, bro. Don't disrespect the sticker, bro. That's crazy.
Because it's lighter color. Yeah.
But I think snapbacks and fitteds is different when it comes to gray brim, green brim, all of that shit.
Snapbacks is green brim.
I think snapbacks it doesn't matter because you
Also,
I don't
it's-
give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'll smack the shit out of any nigga like that's really trying to come at me. Like, yo, nigga, are you really trying to come at me because my shit is black at the bottom, nigga? Like, I'm comfortable wearing my hat, my nigga.
So you had, cause you
Hold on.
was the
Hold
you was
on.
the snapback god fitted god.
I feel you. I had a
You-
bunch of teases and all that shit.
You had black nasties.
Yeah. Did I? Yeah.
I don't remember them.
I mean, Tisa didn't have black nasties back then.
All Tisas were
Yeah,
green.
nigga, because it's
Yeah.
nasty.
That's why you have him.
Real quick, I just want to say I apologize to Salome. He did walk me through the timeline. He did not have a Mets fitted. I do apologize for you guys who don't know what the fuck is going on here. Hold on. For niggas who don't know what the fuck is going on here, if you're a Mets fan and you're a Yankees fan and you're like at the border, or this is a very clean border. So for a nigga who sees somebody who's to rock a Mets fitted, rock a Yankees fitted, it could be very disturbing. So that's all I'm saying. I do apologize to Salome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
He's been a Yankees fan. As you see, I'm rocking my dad hat. It's a Yankees fan. I just wanted to make sure. We're good.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Real nigga move. Real nigga move.
Oh, short Stephanie.
We're still on.
Oh, we are. All right, wait. You was about to say something?
Nah, I was gonna let you go.
Oh, all right. I forgot what we was talking about, to be honest. All right, so we'll pick it back up on 2020 because I feel like everybody has some real high hopes for this shit, and 2020 has been kind of trashed. Keep it about.
Throw 2020 in the garbage.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting rich in 2020.
That's
It is trash, but that's happening though. It's level up.
Yeah.
This whole coronavirus shit. When we come back, when we come back from this shit, yo,
crazy.
When do you think we're gonna come back?
2 weeks.
My hood logic is saying that once the weather gets warmer, the virus can't survive, so we will all be good. And my prediction is that
The guns will come out.
the guns will come out.
Once the Rona subsides, the guns will come out.
So that will bring down the Rona kill ratio, and then the
murder rate is going
murder
up.
rate is going up.
Going up.
And this is just real shit. Like, guys, I'm gonna really keep it real with y'all. I almost lost my life last night. Like, y'all niggas don't understand. Like, I really left my car, and in front of my car, somebody got shot in the ass. I lied to you not. And I had to hear about the New Citizens app, and I'm just like, the only thing in my head is like, did they shoot at my car?
Yeah, the nigga ran outside afterwards. It was like, yo, nigga shot a nigga by my whip, bro.
My whip, my car, bro.
But yeah, 2020 is some shit though.
Yeah, nah. If this shit lasts like a month, I think
At least
2 months,
At least.
bro. I can't survive
No,
that shit.
I think a month.
I think
a month
until
max.
April 20th because they already shut down like school until then. So
I think all this
Let
shit is planned.
Nigga,
Let
they're
them
gonna
shut
give
it down.
Apparently, we're all supposed to get a check for $1,000.
Right, let that stimulus check
One
roll in.
April 6th, another on May.
They haven't
Yeah.
said everybody though. They never.
Nah,
said
they
It's
did.
gonna be certain
They
restrictions.
did?
But
Yo.
look,
Here's the thing though, y'all gotta read the small print. There's a cap on it, right?
It's 100K.
100K, right? And if the more you make, the higher your check is gonna be.
No,
It's the opposite way.
It's the
Nah,
money,
not
the
even.
less money.
Nah, the more you make, the more you get. That's what I
No.
thought.
has everybody done their taxes? Everybody
No,
done their
They
taxes?
extended it to
No.
July 15th if you didn't do your
Oh, what?
taxes yet. Yeah.
You did your shit?
I did my shit.
You did your shit?
No,
Fuck tax
I did
money.
not.
Yo,
No.
don't even get me started. Fuck tax money, man.
I'm probably gonna have to pay.
That's money that
anyways.
they owe me.
I'm like you can keep delaying.
Right.
I ain't pay. I ain't
Fuck
do my
tax
shit.
money, right?
Yeah,
Fuck tax money.
I'm gonna have to pay. So I don't know.
Well, they
Exactly.
put the shit back, so you won't have to pay till like July.
Good. I'm glad.
90 days. You get 90 days. But all I'm saying is that, like, let these niggas stay sick for the next month. Pray that I don't get sick. And let me collect these checks from the government so I could throw that into
I don't
fucking
know,
Robin
I
Hood.
hope these niggas really send that.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Throw that shit on Robin Hood. Real hood tactics. You know what I'm saying?
All right. How crazy is this summer gonna be if this shit goes longer than a month?
Oh, I already know
How's
this.
crazy is the summer gonna be?
I don't think it'll
They got
last.
some
I don't
sundresses
think.
lined up.
I don't think society would let it last to the summer. I think we'll start making modifications on our own.
Right.
But
I'm just
before
hoping
the
they don't
summer,
turn to the purge before we come out.
it won't. I don't.
Listen,
I've been wrong this whole time.
So don't say anything else.
I just hope that nobody names their baby after this this pandemic.
I seen it
Yo.
already.
I swear to God, if somebody names their baby Corona with a K, virus with an
Oh,
E,
nah.
And an accent?
What?
I'm smacking,
niggas-
smacking you and I'm smacking
Wait,
your
hold on,
baby.
hold on. You said, hold on. You said virus with an E?
Listen,
Virus.
I've seen it.
Niggas like Corona
Virus.
fire name.
Niggas gonna name their daughter Quarantina. Yo,
That's
what I will say is though, nah. What I will say is the summer's gonna be crazy, but
I feel like that whole the purge shit that niggas be talking about in New York City, it's not gonna go like that in New York City.
I pray not.
You not going into a project apartment thinking that you know how everything's gonna go on the inside, because niggas is not moving like that. Niggas is not going. That's how I feel. This purge shit, that shit works in the suburbs. That shit works in certain in Boston in terms of like apartments. That's just not working here. You not taking a grip and going into random buildings uptown because niggas is not going for that.
What about the curfew? That's supposed to start tonight or tomorrow.
What?
There's a
Niggas ain't know.
Is that a thing?
I think it's might not be able to go home.
Wait.
Yeah, facts. That's a real thing. Apparently.
Wait, we have a curfew?
No.
Apparently.
Not really.
Yo, bro, no funny shit. They're gonna start shutting down a lot of like right now, like barbershops and shit like that.
Yeah,
shut
they
down.
close them.
Okay,
shits.
they're gonna like
I'm gonna be
add on
suffering.
way more businesses on top of that, and it's gonna be like 8 o'clock where it shuts down. So it's like take out everything, blah blah blah, but like 8 o'clock.
Here's my thing. I kind of want there to be like a curfew and shit like that, because I want niggas to like, all right, agree, do the whole self-distancing thing, so we can
Social
get past this
distancing.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
do that shit for a month.
A
Hopefully-
month?
Nigga,
No.
this shit ain't no fucking hamstring.
Not a
strain,
month.
nigga.
No. I'm cool.
What the
He
fuck?
said,
bro.
he said, I'm cool.
You're cool. Nigga.
As long as I get paid, I'm gonna fuck on this shit. Right.
Talk that shit.
Say it.
Yo, bro.
Fuck up, nigga.
Here's the thing, though. Society can't last a month.
Nigga, yeah.
You would have thought nobody's shopping at J. Crew this month.
Bro, that's what the stimulus.
Nigga, I gotta apply for unemployment. Nigga, I can't go. Nigga, I'm gonna get money, nigga.
Look, bro, all them, no disrespect, all those Jewish ladies and those cheap ladies that shop at J. Crew off the fucking sales rack, they gonna take that stimulus package and buy mad shit. And Jacob knows what the fuck I'm talking about, but he's not involved in this for conflict of interest purposes.
Good
This is
politicking.
why Americans suck. Them niggas are selfish.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This shit is fickle because a couple, what was it, like 3 days ago, way more, like it was like almost like 500 Italians died or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And like rose the number above
They
the amount of
passed
Chinese.
China.
They surpassed
Off that night though, off that one night.
One night.
So niggas could say that it's gonna be a month, and we'll approach that, and then on the third week, some shit happens, and it upgrades the whole shit.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're dealing with health. We're not dealing with like a storm that like ends or after
It's
2
not
days
a
or nothing like
natural
that.
disaster. It's
So
like
I just
a
feel like
whole-
we can't really call any of this shit because a month ago, no one was jacking that this was gonna be a thing. Feel me?
How do y'all feel about social distancing?
Well, we're doing a great
Obviously,
job right
I was
now.
gonna say it. Obviously, we don't give a fuck about none of that.
Well, we're following rules. We're under 10 people.
But we're not 6 feet apart from each other.
But we didn't dap each other up, though, nigga.
I died like.
I dapped them up.
They got the
I
dap-
haven't-
they got the
I haven't
dap
seen-
in the hut.
I was gonna say, yeah. I ain't seen my son in
up.
like a decade. I had to dap him up. What the fuck? We from
Yeah.
New York. That's what I'm saying. The rules is
I'm
different
not
here,
worried
bro.
about that shit.
There's certain niggas like I can't.
Still, you're still not worried about the shit.
No, not from
What the fuck has to happen for you to be worried about the shit?
Right. Thank you.
Oh, on the fucking
Thank
camera
you.
too.
Thank you.
So the nigga said, yo, we can't record next week. Why not? Oh, I'm in bed. Oh,
Who said that?
I'm just saying, what has to happen for you to say, yo, I'm taking this shit serious? What has to happen for you, nigga?
One of y'all to get the shit.
Us, not you. Most backwards niggas of all time.
Nah, that's selfless though. He don't give a fuck about himself. He care about us.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Listen, this nigga said, yo, I got that thing. I'm not pulling up.
If I got the thing, I'm
Nigga, we gonna
I'm gonna still pull up and wear the gloves so y'all don't get it.
I'm not gonna lie. If you
We
got
don't
this
do
shit, I
Skype,
ain't coming
nigga.
in.
We're gonna do a fucking Skype podcast, nigga. Fuck that. The Uvu, nigga.
I'll let you know if I got it, but would you let me know if you got the?
I'm not gonna lie. If I got that shit, I'm not telling y'all.
Nah, you want.
You know what's crazy?
That's
I think,
fucked up.
I think he got it. I heard him cough in the bathroom. I'm like, yo, this nigga
If y'all don't get sick, y'all don't need to know, right?
Nah.
All right, bet. If I give it to y'all and y'all get sick, I'm gonna just blame it on one of y'all.
Damn. He got
See, that's
He's
some-
one of them niggas. He's one of them niggas.
Word.
He's one of them niggas.
Welcome to niggas from New York. That's how they
Yeah, right?
Some
He's one of them
scamming
niggas.
fucks.
OD.
You be scamming, huh?
Not well.
Nah, that shit's wild. That shit wild.
Oh boy.
I can't do that shit. If I got it, I'm telling you, I'm like, yo, my nigga,
Yeah, I might want to go get that shit checked.
this
That's
nigga
like when you hit the same
I'm like, yo,
bitch.
this nigga Christian got me. So he said, what? When I hit the same bitch? Oh nah, y'all be doing that? Y'all be passing bitches?
All right, let's go into 3
Yeah,
scoops.
I don't be doing that.
I plead the fifth.
Niggas is bugging.
You good?
All right,
yeah, we gotta go into
we're going through 3 scoops. I guess Seaman, you go first.
What
Wait,
I'm saying?
is he
what
ready?
I'm doing?
Whatever you want.
Just talk about whatever.
Yeah.
Yo,
What's the rent?
my zine sold out, man. Magazines, Harlem nigga. Feel me?
Fire.
What's it called?
It's called What the Games Have Been Missing. A little history for y'all. What the Games Been Missing, I think was
Joel's album.
Joel's album. Yeah. I don't know if it was the first or the second.
The one with him on the chessboard.
Yeah, facts. I want to say
remember
it was his
which one that
first. I want to say the mixtapes before that was like Back Like Cook Crack
Yeah.
and like shit like that.
That was his debut
Yeah.
then. That's
Alright.
where Mike Check was on.
Facts.
What is the game missing?
A nigga like me, authenticity, aura. It actually is like very much aura, which you can't really explain. But I wasn't plugging this to say that because it's sold out. If you ain't get it, you ain't get it.
All right.
The second zine is coming out.
Hold on. I got 2 copies.
Hold
Link me on the
Put it in the mic, Lonnie. Put it on the mic.
I got 2 copies. You link me on the Instagram, Valid on God, and we could talk some numbers. That's just how that shit go.
Talk. And second one coming out with this Corona shit by the end of the month. Unless they don't print my shit, in which case I'll let y'all know. But
Album
second one is
soon.
going to be coming out. It's called The Billionaire That Sagged His Jeans.
Lit.
Gangsta. Randy
That
like
sound
that.
like
I
some Dr.
already
Seuss
know.
shit.
Gangsta.
Wait,
Yo, real quick, cause I don't think you get enough props on your merch shit.
Good looking. Good looking.
And cause we didn't talk about that yet, but
We here?
you got the bust down tees. We didn't talk about those yet.
We ain't talk about the bust down tees.
Show
We
them the
could go
sneakers,
even
too.
older than
Show
that.
them the sneakers, cause
We
I
could
see the
talk. We
sneakers.
could get even older than that.
Cause there's not a lot of people moving like you. Keep it a buck.
Good looking, bro. Bust down tees was something I started with me and Annalise. That's my shorty. Shout out to Annalise.
Hey.
Annalise is 80. Yeah,
You might
man.
have to spell that, but okay, I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, if y'all type in the way y'all think
very
Annalise
right.
sounds, she got a blue check. Y'all
Yeah.
find that
There
instantly.
you go.
That's a
There you
flex.
go.
Nah, yeah, we started it. I mean, get money shit, man. Y'all know what's up. Like, I feel like when you have sauce and when you think about things differently, if you a saucy nigga and you another saucy nigga and y'all agree on something, then 9 times out of 10,
It's gonna be saucy.
it's gonna be saucy. Like think about that for real though.
Right.
If you a nigga that knows something and another nigga knows something, y'all agree on it. 9 times out of 10, it's like more right than not. So
Right.
I feel like that's the way we move about shit. And yeah, man, that was bust down tees. We like put Swarovskis on ice cream shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we work with BBC now. Like the long way, the real way. Creative content, all of that shit. Feel me?
Fire.
Go to the
Drop that,
IG, go
nigga.
to the bbcicecream.com website. Shout out. Look for my face. It's
You'll
all
see him
over.
in the- you'll see
It
him
might
in
be
the
on
ads.
the homepage. If it's not, it's on the page next.
If you get the newsletter, I seen this nigga on my email, nigga.
Facts. Email, newsletters, all that. Shout out to
D-Lo
Joe.
too, nigga. I seen you.
Facts. Shout out to Joe, because Joe was the first nigga in our high school really wearing ice cream like that.
Word.
Still to this
Still.
day, wear ice cream.
As you can see,
I was not
nigga,
wearing ice cream like that back in the Jiggy.
I was out there,
Facts.
nigga.
Joe was doing that. You know what I'm saying? Joe was also the first rapper in our high school too. Facts.
That's a fact.
Throw some history in there.
Alright.
A lot of
I
homies,
got
man.
this nigga first verse. Still on my
Facts.
computer.
First verse ever.
Still on my
I hit the
computer.
nigga up. Since he first started rapping, I was like, yo, this nigga Joe rapping. You feel me? And he was rapping with Randy. So it's a lot of history in
Yeah,
this room
nigga.
right now. You feel me?
Full circle.
Full
That shit
circle
crazy.
for real. But you know what I'm saying? Zine, Harlem,
The
I mean,
merch.
you know,
The
merch.
shirt. You seen the shirts?
You seen the shirts? Feel me?
Once
It's the
more,
ID
nigga.
long sleeve.
Yeah, nigga. Once in your hood, nobody knew you, nigga.
Feel me? Front part, back part say Harlem.
Customized.
Just a little surprise for y'all. We releasing all boroughs next week.
Oh,
Yeah, so we got one for Brooklyn, we got one for the Bronx.
So what you mean, bro?
That's super exclusive. You feel me?
You
You heard it
Heard
here
your
first.
voice.
You feel me?
What else you gonna hear? You can't go outside, nigga.
Feel me? You can't go outside. Might as well rep where you live.
Makes sense.
shit is different right now. But yeah, I want to talk about something random real quick.
Go for it.
That's your platform, bro.
Shit. I don't know what yet. So we gonna fuck it up. Y'all could go around first.
All right.
Yeah.
You can put yours.
So here's what I want to say. I just want to say, yo, it's a little bit more serious, but I feel like the "Get Home Safe" text is one of the most underrated texts of all time.
Sheesh. Sheesh. Sheesh.
Why you putting people?
Why?
Nah, finish your thought.
All right, because I just feel like, yo, that shit is like actually very critical, and especially in a time like this, people are getting fucked up.
What do you?
Who are you
tell
texting
somebody-
that to?
Huh?
Who are you
Right,
texting
who
that
you
to?
texting that to? Number one.
The homies, or "Get Home Safe"?
I have never texted.
Yo,
that.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel
you
like
never dap somebody else and yo, "Get Home Safe"? Let me know when
I
you're
have
home.
done that. All jokes aside.
That niggas is too homophobic to like,
Nah,
yo.
not even that. I hit you up the next morning. If you get
The
the
next
text, you
morning.
made it, my nigga. Like,
All right, that's another same difference.
okay, but the
I feel like nowadays niggas could really die overnight.
Yeah, niggas
It's like
get
shit,
killed at
all
midnight.
types of shit happens, and that be home safe shit or like
what
get
I'm
home
talking
safe. That's really on some
Like,
like
you dap somebody else.
back
say,
in
yo,
them
"Get home safe."
days, yeah, because niggas really was like
Niggas
not
is
getting home
getting
safe.
getting
Bro.
got.
I hear that.
That
When was the
ass.
last time you told someone get home safe?
I say it pretty often.
I said that to my girl like 2 days ago because
That's
she
different.
lived on the other side of a bridge and niggas really be
Homies.
get home safe.
Yeah.
What all the time?
Here's the thing. I might not even say it to the homie, but I mean it in my mind.
I mean every.
Shut the fuck up,
I don't
nigga.
want you to die. Clearly, I never want you to
Get
fucking
home
like
safe,
get
nigga.
robbed.
Like, look, if I ever see you, nigga, just know get home safe, nigga. Period. Anyway, that shit is important.
It is. I think we should all be safe. I personally, me, get home safe.
Especially if I know y'all niggas is drunk and we on the train together. Like, we probably
Alright,
shouldn't be
what
on
a-
the train. We probably should just take
Alright,
the Uber
alright.
home.
What? What about text me when you get home?
That's not gay.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's game.
I don't.
That's not gay.
I don't.
Niggas gay.
Yeah, I don't hit niggas with the text when you get home.
Nah, that's for bitches.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
You tell your
alright.
homies like, yo, let me know when you land, type shit.
Alright, so what's the straightest way to say, yo, let me know you ain't
Let me know when
dead.
you land.
Let me know
As soon as you
So
hit him with
to
this,
the homie say, yo, I
you
ain't
know
dead.
what it is.
So the homie say, yo, I ain't dead, my nigga.
Once
Yo.
you dap them up and be like,
Facts.
That-
The same way you've been
Yo.
alive for 27 years, 28 years, 29 years, and I saluted you and we linked up next time. It's the same way I'm hoping you.
because
get
if
to
you
where
if
you're
you
supposed to get
dead,
to.
you dead. There's no communicating after that.
Unless there's a super exclusion, like y'all niggas is about to fuck, like OY just pulled up on the block. And you okay.
Yo, he's not lying because there's dead ass times I seen this nigga on 145th. I seen you. I seen niggas and I'm like, yo, bro, get home safe. Like.
Alright,
Dead ass
you
might
got a
not.
point. That
That's
shit hit
what that
different
shit
during
means
those
a lot.
times.
Yeah, facts. That's true.
Yeah, nah, that's
the get home safe
facts.
test is important, my nigga. Like,
Yeah.
dead ass. Like,
Yeah.
Facts.
no homo. You know what I mean?
You got a biggie
I
on,
want
bro. Get
all
home.
the homies to,
Right.
Yeah.
Nigga, let's spend next weekend. We can be out together next weekend. I mean, don't die. nigga.
Record next weekend.
Yeah, we have a podcast to record. Don't
But
die, nigga.
but I feel what Joe's saying. Like
Yeah.
right now, more than ever, that shit means something different because you know niggas is going to their crib,
Yeah,
and I mean you checking up on some people, but you're not checking up on everybody.
everybody. Yeah,
Can't.
And you might hit a nigga up after this whole season's done, and the Rona got him.
yeah. This nigga snoring.
Yo, Jacob, get him.
Nigga Randy out.
But yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
But that ass though,
Yeah.
Like that.
that's real.
Chilling,
That ass.
chilling, right, man?
You already got 3
Niggas
scoops.
is out.
Come through, guys.
I need to stop drinking.
We finished the bottle yet?
All right.
No way.
So I was actually having this conversation with Sim and shout out my man K Swan, it's my man's.
Shout out to K Swan.
But
That's how you pronounce it? All right.
yeah, K Swan, like K, and then
Alvin too. I got a FaceTime.
Word.
Whole shit done.
Shout out Tommy Two Phone. Check his music
I
out.
tried to FaceTime him already. He
Whole
didn't pick
Barry
up.
boys.
Oh, you did? Damn,
Yeah,
that would have
yeah.
been fire.
Yeah,
that would have
okay.
been fire.
We gotta get him on. No, we gonna. Yeah.
Word.
He need to come over here to New York. Not
But
New
yeah,
York.
shout out my son, Tommy Two Phones, Tomfoolery 2 on the way.
Oh, is it?
Right, yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's an
first album was
exclusive.
lit.
Yo,
That's
you
an
was fucking with it?
exclusive.
Thank you.
That's an exclusive, nigga.
Yeah. Tomfoolery 2 is on the way for sure.
That Harry Potter cover was lit too.
Yeah.
Whoever designed that shit.
Yeah, shout out Vinny Fanta. Yeah, Vinny Fanta.
That's another team.
Can we just talk about that intro, Ram?
Oh, come on,
intro
come
to
on Tomfoolery.
This nigga rap.
Stuck in my ways every day.
It's like
This
an
nigga
to the
rap.
face, get to the bay back like cool as shit. That's his verse though. Hide the whole fire.
What you say? Bald head and stuff. I'm no guru.
Oh yeah, I said
Got body.
bald head gangsta nigga, but I'm no guru.
Got thotties on my body.
But
Her day wanna snoo snoo.
Oh.
Your bitch get the train run on her like a choo choo. Yeah.
He ain't a rapper though, but you know what I mean? He got it though.
Bars
not
waking
a
up, they
rapper.
sleep
Like
like
a
a snooze.
snooze,
No, like a snooze, dude. Like the snooze on the alarm clock. That's why the song is
damn.
called Alarm Clock.
God,
Cause they
damn.
sleep. Cause they're sleeping on.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
Nigga got bars and metaphors, and y'all niggas
You had
is
that
still
alarm clock
trying
shit
to
the
write.
whole time.
Yeah.
Bars.
But all right, this is what I want. This is what I want to ask you guys. So we was having this
Bars through
conversation.
raps, nigga.
Me, Sim, and K, we was talking about like how there was like a time period, but when we were growing up, where there was like a slew. You probably don't know nothing about this shit. You don't watch no black movies, but there was like a slew of classic black films, like black actors, in some cases black directors, and
Like
it was
rappers.
black rappers. You feel me?
Like the guy who made The Boys from the Hood. What's his
John Singleton.
John
God bless the
Singleton.
dead, John
Yeah.
Singleton. But it was like it
Smoke
was
on
like
fire, by the way.
facts. It was like a string of films that were just like of black culture, catered toward black culture, and just talked about real things that we go through every day, like just in the city and just in the hood. But I feel like there's a void of that. It's not really the same anymore. So like as creatives, we're all creatives in our own right. I know that in your head you envision yourself to have your like what's your piece on the culture. Like you want to put your foot in the game, like your mark, not the foot, but your stamp on the game. So I want to ask y'all, like, if you had the opportunity to like do a movie or do something like that, like how would you go about doing it? What would it be about? If you guys ever thought of shit like that, like what story would you want to tell? Would you just want to do some like? Would you just want to like pay homage to like the old classic movies? And for those who don't know, I'm talking about like shit like Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, Juice, you feel me? Friday, you feel me? Paid in Full. You know what I'm saying? Even though that was a little bit later, but it's still in the same vein.
Even Belly.
You know what I'm saying?
People sleep on paper.
Belly.
too.
You can even say Dead Presidents, even though that was about the 70s, but it's still in the same vein. So I just want to know, like, do you guys think about that type of shit? Do you agree with me? Do you feel like there's a lack? I would say that there's some. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to discredit the people who are trying to do it, and it's actually interesting the people who are doing shit. Like, I feel like the show Atlanta is pretty dope because it's like, you know, because it's a black show, but it's not the same black show. You know what I'm saying?
It's different.
It's different.
It's the most different show I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and
it's
not even as a black show, as in general. It's the most different show I've ever seen. That shit is different. Like the Teddy, what's his name?
What's that nigga name?
Teddy
Teddy something. The
Teddy nigga.
Yeah.
I had never seen anything like that on a TV show in life. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's really like,
But it was dope. At the same time, I was like, what the
I feel
fuck?
like Atlanta is what happens when a nigga who's black watches Mulholland Drive. I don't know if you guys ever seen Mulholland Drive.
No.
All right, so what's the director's name? Nigga who did Twin Peaks.
I don't know.
You ever heard of Twin Peaks?
No.
It's like
It's like
it's a cult classic show that hipsters love, but it's like
it's almost like what's that shit with like James Franco and shit. It had one.
Pineapple Express?
No.
No.
It was a show. God.
Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah. So Twin Peaks is like this like
David
weird,
Lynch directed.
David Lynch. That's what I'm talking about. It's like Atlanta is a show is when a black kid likes David Lynch. That's because David Lynch. If you know anything about David Lynch, he's like he always mixes surrealism with his stuff. Like
Okay.
like Mulholland Drive. If you ever watch that movie, if you think Atlanta is weird, Mulholland Drive, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? Because it's like at a certain point you don't know if you're what you're seeing is like real or it's like a dream or like that's the whole thing. Like a lot of this,
I fuck with shit like that.
yeah, exactly, surrealism and shit. So I'm derailing my original point, but to go back to it, I just want to bring that up. Like, do you guys think about like doing something like that, like have an opportunity to create some type of culture that like we'll to make it easier, we'll say movies, like to do a movie or something like that, or a show that's like gonna go down as like a modern for the culture show. Like, do you think about that? What would you do? That kind of thing.
I got a thought on that just because, like, Donald Glover, Gambino, whatever, is someone that I'm trying to model what I'm trying to do after.
You gonna rap in like 5
Nah,
years?
I'm not gonna rap, but like just as far as like him having his hand in a bunch of different shit.
What's the word? What he got? The EGOT?
He could. He doesn't have it yet.
He doesn't have it yet.
No, not yet.
He gonna get it.
He probably will at the rate he's going.
Trying. He's trying low key. That's on his.
But just on but
his
like
list.
like where I go to like sketch writing school at UCB, that's where Gambino like graduated from. He used to host one of the programs there.
Is that where Derek Comedy started?
That's where like Amy Poehler, I forgot the other 4 people's names.
There's a lot of people coming out of UCB.
Like Nick Kroll came out of there, whatever. Dude that did
I know Big
Mouth on Netflix and the
was John Mulaney there too?
Yes, he's a UCB alum.
Okay.
But like as far as like, it's kind of like what Sim said. I want to project myself in different mediums. So like I want to write for people that have a voice like mine. I want to create something for myself that talks about my life. I don't know if I'll ever get into music. I'll probably write music one day. But like,
don't limit yourself, man.
You're right. That's true. But I want to project myself through different mediums, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Yeah.
But I think that's what every artist wants to do. Like John Singleton, I think when he made Boys in the Hood, I think he would, at that time, there was nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I think that he took the knowledge that he attained, because I think he went to like USC or some shit, went to film school, and he said to himself, okay, I haven't seen my story told this way yet. And I think that in some way everyone wants to do that. Everyone wants to tell their story.
Cause like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, cause like a nigga like me, bro, I'm such a student of the game and a student of the culture and like a fan of music that like I got
a lot of knowledge too.
Right. Thank you. I think about like the things that I want to do. But sometimes, bro, just as a fan, I'm just like, I always would say to myself, like, I gotta be in the remake of Juice. Like, obviously, I don't even need to be Q. I don't even need to be Bishop. I don't need to be, but at least let me be Blizz. Like, I'll just be Blizz. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm cool with just being Blizz. You know what I'm saying? So part of me wants to have that, but at the same time, as I'm older and like understanding more, I realize that it's more important to me to, like you said, to just have like my own piece of the culture and tell my own story using the platform that I have. You know what I'm saying? Where
did you have something or
no?
No, because I had a thought on that too. Because like when you say you wanted to be in the remake of Juice, like we try to think about stuff that we romanticize and we say is like, you know, the pinnacle of where we want to be, right?
You can build off of shit.
You can, but like specifically with like a remake of Juice, like have you seen remakes of movies? Like have you ever seen
They're
like
cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I mean, Killer Season has a soft spot in my heart. But
Yeah,
there was a Killer Season 2. There was a Belly 2. There was a fucking.
There was a Killer Season 2.
Shot is too.
Like
Nobody talks about that though.
There was a Shotters 2.
I never seen Shotters 2. I'm not even gonna cap.
but
it's like with the game and that shit is super.
No, that was
Belly 2. That's Belly 2.
But there's a Shotters too, bro.
Nah, Belly 2 started the game.
Belly 2 got Nipsey in it, I think.
It might.
He might be in there. But
here's the thing, like you.
Too, bro.
But like
yo, this nigga Nipsey was in We Are the World remix.
Really?
Yeah, Snoop Dogg brought him through.
All right, but here's my point.
Real official Crip shit.
Here's my point
Niggas
on
did the We Are the
like,
World remix with Nipsey.
on like sequels and dupes and shit like that. Like, how many of those have you seen and you said to yourself, "Damn, that shit is lit."
There wasn't, man.
And then ask yourself, would you want to be considered a part of that?
Well, if I'm a part of it, personally, I will not give two fucks if nobody thinks because I'll be doing it for myself.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I did it.
Oh wait, no, it hasn't.
Fire. Nobody can say I didn't do it. And also, me knowing me, I'm gonna body it. So like I would like niggas. You can say what you want, but they're gonna say like, oh no, that nigga was the break point of it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say that. But I do understand now, which is why my thought process of the whole thing has evolved. I would say that was like my initial intent, which would be like, I just want to be in the remake of Juice. But as I'm older, it's like, no, like, understand that had an influence on me and elevate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, niggas have tried it, you feel me? But I really feel like there hasn't been like a real fire, authentic black anime. Like, you feel me? Like,
They had like 2 on Netflix and they weren't that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about like, no, it's a hood story. Niggas is in the hood, but it's an anime. Like, that's never been done. I know niggas want to do it, and I know niggas is trying to do it. And you know, the people who are listening, please put me on. You know what I'm saying? I love shit like that.
I have a question. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick. Not only anime, but also like the
Cartoons.
Cartoons and gaming too, because there's a whole society within the rap community.
So I have a question.
Real quick,
Go ahead.
I just want to say, like, black perspective, we ain't even gotten like 10% of the shit. And that's
Not even close.
That's where I was gonna like.
It's like there's not just anime, like even in terms of like hood stories, like shit that niggas go through.
Deeper shit too.
So
It just hasn't happened
do
within
you
all
feel
cultures and all
that
that.
there should be more marketing on the hood?
Do I feel like there should be more marketing on the hood?
Well,
Good
let me
question.
answer real quick. I will say that
Get closer to the mic though.
I feel like it depends on what niggas are marketing from the hood, because the hood isn't like, it's a universe.
Only negative. It's
It's
not only
a
negative.
universe. It's not just like, oh yeah, this happens in the hood and it's just one way. There's a lot of different thing that goes on in the hood, and a lot of the shit that niggas like to push is stuff that like niggas go through, but it's not like we choose that shit.
I was gonna say,
like,
I
it's
think
not like
It's not an
Here,
updated
even
version
though-
of what niggas go through.
even though I can't completely relate, but from an outside perspective, could it be something where it's relatable, but what's then told is to the extreme to make it more enticing? Like
same thing with love, bro.
Well, yeah.
Same thing with like girls wanting to be princesses and shit like that. It's like y'all told
closer.
one version of how niggas really be treating girls. Like, my bad, y'all treating. I'm not trying to say, you feel me, but
No,
you
no,
get what I'm
that's-
trying to say. Like,
I
some
see your
Disney
point.
movies show one view of how relationships really be going. Niggas don't come through with like this, that, and
No.
the third. This, that.
Niggas
And
be still like Simpson Disney
and
movies.
girls be bugging.
Yeah.
You feel me? Niggas be bugging. All types of shit really goes down. Have you ever really seen a movie that like
Was real.
like the way like couples
But
really be arguing?
how do you
'Cause
s- how-
I've never seen that.
Every
One
Disney
of
movie
how
has a
really be
Disney
arguing.
princess
Alright.
and she's
Alright.
super beautiful
From a-
and doesn't do anything wrong.
Yo, bro, if you got a bad
Some of
shorty,
these bitches be
you
rude
going
as
through,
fuck,
yo,
be
bro,
talking
you going
shit.
through all types of shit, bro. You
Yeah.
going through wild, crazy shit. So,
Sometimes
like,
you don't want to
Alright,
save a
A bad
dumbass.
bitch is a headache.
real
a
shit,
fact.
bro. They never show that side though. It'll be like bad bitch, you get her, and then it's lit. They don't show the afterwards where it's like you gotta maintain. Bad bitch.
Yo, that should be
You feel me?
That should be a movie.
Why do
you
you
bag
get-
the fire bitch in the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then like you
She's
put her
the
the
villain.
whole
So the
movie.
movie is a
She
whole
blows your, though she blows your
the villain
whole
and shit.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
That'd be great. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
so many perspectives that haven't been shown.
going back
Wait,
to
but that doesn't exist at all.
My scoop is that. Can we hold that real quick?
Yeah.
You
hold on,
got
hold
a
on.
point.
I just one more last, and from a business standpoint, if you are someone who has power and money, and you see someone who can speak to something like that, how can you make it marketable? And like, where do you see it expanding to where it's beyond the hood, where it's like where it's real, like understanding talking about the hood
Yeah.
and talking about like the real shit and being able to connect to those in the community. How does it get beyond the community? Because that's where, if you're from a business standpoint, you're thinking, how can I make the most money? How can I expand? How can I expand this to the masses?
So
And how can I make it relatable to where it can connect and it can hit?
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Now, a lot of the time when I have these kind of conversations, I'm always torn, right? Because like when I start thinking about ways to market the hood, it comes off like profiting off the hood, vulture shit, pimping the hood, and that doesn't sit right with me. So the way what I will say is that it's not about that shit. It's about what's real and what's authentic. It's about honesty and truth, right? So despite everything you can, like, I think that the reason why people gravitate to like the hood, I'm just saying it as the hood because that's what we've been saying, and it's just easier to keep on point. But it's like, I think the reason why people relate to it is because the stories being told are real stories. Obviously, like, a rapper is going to tell you a story about how his man slimed him, and he's going to make it sound like some mafioso nigga played me. I did this, that, and the third. But what he's really talking about is betrayal, and that's something that everybody goes through. You feel me? Or, like, if a nigga is talking about flexing and popping out a new rave, like, he's gassing it and he's talking about the rape, but what he's really talking about is that feeling when that income tax comes in, or that feeling when you check. You feel me?
When you just like rise.
You know what I'm saying? So at the core of these things,
it's the same shit.
It's the same shit, but rap like romanticizes it. You feel me? And makes it larger than life.
Yeah. Because
nigga, it's entertainment. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna go watch a movie, nigga, I'm gonna want to see Michael Bay explosions. Yes. If we having these people come in and have $1 million budgets to do an album, nigga, I want that shit to sound like $1 million is put in the album. So yeah, nigga, pull out, show me a rollie, talk about a rollie, a AP, a rave. So when I'm listening to this shit and I'm on my way to work, nigga, I'm gonna go and get the rave. Like, that's my mindset when I'm listening to it. So like, that's what I'll say. I feel like I kind of teetered off in some whole other shit.
I feel you know.
But the point I'm trying to make is like, I think that's the core in the marketability. It's about the authenticity and the truth of the emotion you're trying to convey. Whether or not it's from the hood, nigga, it don't matter, because Post Malone was like a dirty trailer park trash nigga, and one of the most marketable, no offense to Post Malone, but you know what it is, bro. You know how you look. You know what I'm saying? You know how you look, bro.
I always wonder why is dirty always attached to him. Like,
you seen him?
Yeah.
Not even being funny, bro.
Everybody thinks he smells bad, but he be having bitches. I'm like,
I'm just money.
Do bitches fuck dirty niggas if they got money?
Answer that question, because I jacked that question.
What, Post Malone?
Nah.
Oh,
that. Question's question.
As far as like marketing on the hood and shit like that?
Or was it Salvage?
It was Salvage.
Question.
So like,
get on the mic.
To be honest with you, to be very honest with you, my man's right here just identified everything that is relevant with that question. As far as like marketing, you want to hear something that's relatable, and it's going to be relatable through any rapper who comes on the mic that's talking about their experiences, because those experiences are very raw and relatable to everybody else. I feel like with the businesses though, who are coming in with a budget for these rappers, they're definitely pushing for what they want. So it's like an interest in it as well that you have to recognize. That's, you know, from what they've seen work before, and it's always the extreme of certain situations, which is problematic because extremes die out, if that makes sense. So like, what was extreme 10 years ago is not what's extreme now. So I feel like there's no relevant or up-to-date version of what being from the neighborhood is today. And I think that's the big takeaway here. Like, when you have somebody like Some from the Hill, you got people like Ram Van Graham, they're talking about real life experiences that's going on in the neighborhood that they live in right now. Whereas most of these rappers are talking about inflated experiences that have been going on in the neighborhood that you probably heard before from other rappers, but that's what they're being fed, spoon-fed from these industries and producers who want to make a sale. So I feel like that's the difference between us and them. I don't know if that necessarily answers the question, but I feel like that's what's different about us and what more or less the game has been missing. A lot of rappers will come out today and sign a check or sign a deal to get a check,
and just do what the industry wants them to do, which is sell a story that's been going on for 30 years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, D. I feel you on that.
Let me answer that real quick.
Yeah.
I feel like both of these niggas like hit the nail on the head. I feel like, yeah, bro, this shit is all like, I don't know, bro. This shit is all relative. It's real emotions. At the end of the day, the hood hasn't been like explored all the way. Niggas within the hood don't feel like they can get that far, so they don't put that foot forward. They don't go to that school, or they don't sign up for that class where they can get the certification. They don't grab the camera, things of that sort. And so niggas don't really be able to show that side. But like Randy said, this shit is all authentic. It's all real emotions that people all over the world go through. Should be heightened. At the end of the day, if you've never had shit, it's very easy to show, to put out the emotion of somebody who really wants it.
Yeah.
And so that's what niggas get from the hood all the time. That's why niggas in Africa is able to design the craziest shit, because they're like, yo, we really need this. And a nigga who's driven on that type of mind state is always going to be able to like promote a certain thing. So I feel like once, it's crazy to me, I don't even want to get into this conversation, but it's crazy to me because like once America really wants to like really make money and become the top country in the world, they'll invest in the black community. Because like I had just said, only 10% of our perspectives have been shown. And now hip hop is like most listened to music in America.
Number one genre.
The world.
The world. So I feel like when Trump and like the real money making niggas get around, they're really like, oh yeah, we really want to make America great. They're gonna come fuck with the black perspective because our shit has not been shown at all. We haven't had a black Stanley Kubrick. We haven't had a black, you feel me? Like, I don't even mean to compare these niggas, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, the greats among greats who's went in this field and been in there 30 years, we haven't had none of that. When
it's
that
crazy
shit
because we even
along,
had songs like named Donald Trump, and this nigga doesn't even know about them.
You feel
shits.
me?
Like,
I
there's
just feel
like
when
numerous
that shit get
songs
there,
from numerous
it's
rappers.
gonna be a whole
Yeah,
different country,
exactly.
a whole different place, for real.
What I will say is that I do feel like, you know, it's still a long way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But
Super
there's
long.
Yeah, for sure. Because like when you say that, you know, we don't have a black Stanley Kubrick.
Sorry. Haven't discovered it? Is that what you're
Nah, that's
say?
not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, I mean, not for nothing, bro. We got Jordan Peele, and I feel like Get Out is one of the illest modern horror films that we've had.
I fuck with it, but I feel like not a lot of people agree.
Are you comparing it to 15 other movies, or are you comparing it to 1,500? Because that's what Stanley Kubrick has. He has 1,500 other movies to compare it to, which is
I don't know if he
Stanley
has
Kubrick.
any movie, but Stanley Kubrick is a legend, bro. But what I'm saying is, you can't have niggas fighting ghosts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
and I feel like
That's a fact.
the
That's
fact
a
that
that's a good one.
like we wouldn't have been able to say that a nigga made a horror movie about white people going to want to be black people, bro. And like this,
Yeah.
really,
That never happened.
that would have never been a thing.
that's
In the,
never.
you feel me?
That's a fact.
Never.
Like we only had the opportunities to make Boys in the Hoods before.
Yeah.
Like
Hood shit.
Yeah, you know
And then
what I'm
white
saying?
people watch like it's typical hood shit.
Yeah, bro. And it's like when
Yes.
you do shit like that, you get a ceiling of it. That shit is super dope and it's very important to us and it's important to the culture and it's revolutionary. But nigga, that needed to happen so that we could have a movie like Get Out. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
Like so
Like us too.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I just say all that to say like, no, we don't have a Stanley Kubrick yet, but like we have a Jordan Peele, bro. Like shit is going in and we have an Issa Rae and we have a Lena Waithe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit is going. Shit is actually going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to us to just be part of the wheels that
Supporting
are
that.
turning. You know what I'm saying? To be a part of it. You feel me? And to just act like it's not going on would be a disservice to what's really going on. Because niggas just trying, bro. Niggas just trying. And I know that it's hard, bro. Because it's hard for us, bro. So imagine being in those rooms and them telling you, yeah, this is good, but we really would want you to do this. And we really would want you to do that. Because you know it's going to be like that.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Sorry, I mean, okay.
Nah, that's cool.
But where will be then the point of satisfaction with it? Where would you feel that the point is to where like, all right, it's been told, it's been made, and that's where like now we feel more welcomed into like the
We're
natural
heard.
part of society. Yeah, where your voice is heard, and it's become more of the natural part of society. To where maybe like from a perspective, I'll say from the white perspective, where maybe it's not even necessarily made to be the black culture, but the part of regular culture, and that's where I think the ultimate. I don't want to say end game of it is, but maybe where we don't separate it from where it comes down to race, but more so part of like just the regular part of society where it doesn't matter what race it's coming from, but the message is heard. Does that make sense?
I say this: you ever seen black people celebrate like not just pop fireworks on July 4th, but really celebrate American Independence Day?
I mean, I have, but maybe other people haven't.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying?
I will say
I'll just say no.
Do
Fine.
you see the general
no.
population
No.
of black people really out with American flags in their hands going crazy?
No.
Alright, when that happens, that's how you'll know we finally got to that place.
AKA,
true.
it'll probably be when niggas get reparations. And y'all laughing, I'm dead ass. And realistically, I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen in our lifetime, bro, if ever. And so I say all that to say that it's a never-ending uphill battle, bro. Trying to fight for just what we feel is equality. And on some G shit, I always feel crazy talking about this shit because honestly, bro, it's the best that we've ever. It's always the best it's ever been. It's always the best it's ever been. That's what fucks with me, right? Because it's like, yo, like I can look and I can see all the inequalities and all the injustices, nigga, but. Nigga, my mom had it worse. My uncle had it worse. Her parents had it worse. And before them, they were slaves, bro. So it's like, when you know that, it's hard to
sit here and bitch.
Yeah, you can't bitch about this shit, bro. You got to just keep it going. And you got to be proactive. You feel me? It's not about talking. It's about action. Like, it's about actually doing something and moving something forward.
And then my second point to that would be to the other races, to Hispanic culture, to Asian culture, to like Indian and South Asian culture, like because from the Hollywood perspective, like obviously in America right now it's predominantly white, right? I would say secondary to that right now, it looks like it's turning into black. But then there's the other cultures. There's the Hispanic culture where maybe we don't see quite the superstars from the Hispanic culture that we normally would part to accommodate that society. The Asian culture is still fairly up and coming in terms of who would you consider an A-list celebrity right now that's Asian?
Priyanka Chopra.
I'm talking about.
Aquafina.
Is Aquafina an A-list celebrity?
Is Aziz Ansari count as Asian or A-list celebrity?
That's my point, though. Is like,
hold on.
Does like
Lucy Liu?
Like I would like
Shorty from Fresh Off the Boat and also Crazy Rich Asians.
That's
Elite.
Aquafina.
Yeah, but
That's
is she?
not
Yeah, but
Aquafina,
hold on. Is she? Would you consider her an A-list celebrity? Like you have
those is shows. I never heard of them shows.
I'm saying, but like
you never. Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off.
Asians, they got like an award. Like,
You never seen Crazy Rich Asians?
No.
Yo, bro, I don't watch TV.
Wow.
Come on, your girl never asked.
All right, but this
No,
is
my girl don't watch TV either.
My point is to where it then eventually hits all
Mainstream.
as mainstream, and then it's not just it's not secular. It's not singular to where it's just one.
Can I say something?
It's a long way from that, but like eventually, like the goal is to be where it's not like when you watch a movie that you consider Asian to be Asian. It's just a part of what it is.
So the real idea behind it is that
Akira.
black people. Okay, that's a good example. But the idea is that the black person is the first immigrant in America. We could all agree on that. Anybody got any objections?
White people. I mean, you might have to dive into that later, but
go ahead.
yeah.
Fuck the black people here. Okay, cool. Bam. All right, black people are first. So when you speak of the black experience, it's always a story of from the ground up. So I feel like when any experience that you speak of, even in modern times of black people, it's always a story of the ground up. That story is going to be transparent with a lot of people who are coming in as immigrants through the Hispanic population, through the Asian population, South Asian population. That's the point that makes it mainstream. Get Rich or Die Trying was literally 50 Cent talking about how he was dead broke and then got mad money.
All
and
right.
that shit was like mainstream out the ass.
Yeah.
And it's because it's his story from the ground up. 8 Mile, same reason. It's the story from the ground up.
That's
All right.
Okay.
Let me
And
say
that-
something real quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick. I'm not gonna lie. I feel you. I disagree with that though. I feel like everybody's experience, every different racial group is different. I feel like there's always somebody that clicks with a different racial group, and that's the type of stuff that you should pay attention to. I feel like Malcolm X clicked with Che, which is why certain Spanish niggas got that type of and that didn't click with everybody because Che also wasn't every Spanish, like every Hispanic person.
That's real revolutionary though.
I feel like I feel like it just comes down to it. Also, I feel like especially in today's day and age, there's different types of black people, there's different types of Hispanic, there's different types of this because now we enter the age where there's black people, there's kids growing up, there's black kids growing up that already have money, and that's never been a thing.
So here's what I'm
He's
saying.
right. 'Cause, like,
that's a fact.
I don't feel the
of
same
things
as
on
yo,
the
bro.
internet.
I've met black people who are like, yeah, I relate to you, but like, you not my kin. Like, you ain't really grow up like me. You grew up with chicken. You grew up with family. You grew up with opportunities and experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your parents had experiences, so they could bring you to Paris because they've been to Paris.
Nigga, you had two
A
of
lot
them.
of them have more.
You had two of them. Gangster.
Well,
I remember in high school, like, talking. The main thing that I fuck with like Will and Lani. I hung out with them every day. I know that. We didn't have no fathers. And like we never thought about it until afterwards, or like I thought about it afterwards, but like nigga, 90% of the niggas I knew just didn't have
that.
pops.
Wasn't even a thing.
Same thing with you, Salome. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm trying to say like I don't know. It'd be different. I don't really feel like lumping it into like one
Hold
thing.
on. I just want to answer your question because I feel like we're going off track. I just want to just say this one thing
Yeah.
before I lose my train of thought.
It's real good combo.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is, statistically, right? When you look at cinema, who runs the cinema, right? And then when you look at the population of the country, the majority is still white people.
You're right.
So I feel like, despite everything, objectively, people want to see their own image on screen. They relate to that the most.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's a reflection of the A-list celebrities. Point blank, period. We are still statistically the smaller amount of people in the country. So we're going to see less of us. You feel me? And our culture is smaller in the grand scheme of the entire country. That's just what it is. Even though our culture affects the whole world. And then I also think that the reason why you see that as a standard of A-list celebrities is because in other cultures, they idolize America and their standards and reflection on entertainment and mainstream society is based off of our standards, right? You have like Asian America who use white standards of beauty
Completely.
to affect their own.
They walk
You
around
feel
with
me?
umbrellas.
Right.
They light skin.
Right.
I witnessed it firsthand.
Right. So they value fair skin. You have Koreans doing surgeries to make their eyes bigger and shit like that.
Yep.
So that's what they identify with. So because of that, that's gonna reflect in Hollywood.
Yep.
That's just what it is. It doesn't have anything to do with anything else other than that, in my opinion. I don't see that changing for a while because that's how history has written itself. The people who, were on imperialist time affected us in this way, and so we're dealing with the ramifications of that. Now, have there been progression? Hell yeah. You got shows like Rami. Have you guys ever heard of Rami?
Yeah.
The
Rami-
one on
Rami.
Amazon, right?
Nah, it's on Hulu.
Hulu. The Indian dude.
Oh, is it Hulu?
Rami
It's
Youssef.
Hulu. It's Hulu.
Yeah.
Stuff, yeah.
Fire.
Indian dude. Is
All
it good?
the fire, bro. Fire, bro. It's
I
all
have Hulu, so I might check it out.
Yo, bro, I never seen a show like that, bro, and I always wanted to know more about Middle Eastern culture, bro, because I always thought it was an interesting thing. I had Middle Eastern friends, I had brown friends, and they always kind of had a separatist isolationness with me when it comes to that shit.
I always wonder why Indian chicks never dated outside of their race.
Watch Rami.
Yeah.
Cultural.
Might learn
Alright,
Answer my
something.
question.
So, yo, what I will say,
Some of them be fire. I'm like, yo, give us a chance. You know what I mean? Like,
what I will say on top of what he just said is, like he said, like different cultures need like a representative. You need somebody you can relate to, but also I will say that like it's never gonna change from that. Like you need a nigga that represents something that you represent to feel like this
You're there.
makes sense. It's not gonna happen like, oh yeah, a black person did this, so they opened the door for blah 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 blah. It will, but at the same time, not really.
Go ahead, bro.
No, I just wanted to because my scoop kind of ties directly into this because we had talked about like Randy saying like I would love to see black anime or like different things we were talking about, just like a men's perspective on different things and just being mainstream. My scoop was about being boxed in, and like boxed in for either who you are, who you're supposed to be, like what stories get told about you. And I feel like men specifically, we don't even know it right now. Men are being boxed in. Men are being boxed in sexually, just with what we're supposed to say, with what we're like. What's PC? What we're like.
Sit there and say a woman is beautiful because you might be looked at as all
we can't say shit. I'll keep it real with you. We can't say she looks good. We can't say she looks bad. And I don't want to sound like this is toxic masculinity or whatever the fuck they want to say, but we can't say shit. And, everything we were talking about, black people, different cultures, like a black man wanting to say, I want to make an anime, Hell, even a white guy saying, I want to make a hip-hop album or something like that. We get boxed into a whole bunch of different shit we're supposed to be, naturally. Stereotypes, yes. But since we're a room full of men, I wanted to say specifically like with men shit, and we could expand on other race shit too because we were on that. But men are being boxed in, and I feel like as men we're programmed to kind of say, oh, like whatever's going on, we're men, we're supposed to handle that shit.
Yeah.
Like we can't bitch about shit. We can't say we don't fuck with shit. We can't say like this shit is unfair because then it ain't manly.
It's not. So it's like an old world perspective, but they're expecting you to act with a new world perspective.
Yes,
bro. Our feelings don't matter.
Never. But
we're supposed to provide, and then that's.
But you even look at.
Shut up. That's really what the
exactly. But you say that you see the two parallels between men and women, right? Men are supposed to be the providers. We're supposed to shut up, work, bring the money home. Women, are allowed to be emotional. I'm allowed to be like
say, I'm not jacking this. I don't really fuck with the way this goes.
Yeah, right, and then if we say some shit like that, we're bitches. We can't say shit like that. We're not allowed to.
We would get killed for that.
Yeah, we
to be have.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you.
Well, no, you go ahead and finish your point, bro.
Nah, I'll get up. Actually, you should sit down.
All right, so here's what I say about that topic, right? I feel like niggas might disagree with me on this shit. I relate to what niggas. I relate to what niggas is saying, but I try to be empathic when I think about these type of when I go through these type of things, right? Because it's like, as a man, right, you got to understand that you. I feel like I'm on some PC shit, but I'm not though. This is facts.
Role as a man.
This is real facts though. As a man, though, you operate on privilege, bro. Like I know you don't want to hear that shit, and I know it's like regurgitated jargon that you hear.
But it's based on the
but
laws.
It's facts though.
It's
but
based on the laws.
I can't disregard that.
Right. So here's what I want to.
Regurgitated jargon.
That's all right.
I'm the only nigga that ain't go to college in here though, for real.
All right, but here's the thing. So all the shit that. Yeah, that's a whole different episode.
That should have been a scoop.
All right, here's my. Nah, it's definitely not. But here's my thing though, right? Because you say that we have a privilege as men, right? So then us as, and I'll even loop Salome into this, as colored people, right?
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm not a man.
Hold on. Before we even cross the bridge, Chris, hold on. Because you're in the comedy world.
Yes.
You're a man in the comedy world,
Yeah.
right? So you know women comedians.
Yes.
Right? Can you imagine doing the same shit you're doing, but you're a good-looking girl in the comedy world?
No.
What do you think that would be like? Do you think you would have a good time? You know other male comedians.
Yes.
You know what they're like. You're one of the good ones.
So without
I'm not even joking. Niggas be weird, bro.
Yeah,
niggas be weird. Niggas be dealing with social anxiety, and that shit makes them fucking off, bro.
Yeah. No. And so the point I was trying to make is, so like as men, right? We can all relate to being I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It's a big word, but
what, provider?
Not even providers, but like we're expected to be something that
tough skinned.
Everything we're expected to be everything. We're expected to be providers. We're expected to be
Wholesome.
That's a good word. Wholesome. We're expected to be, smart. We're expected to be rich. We're expected to be everything, right?
We're expected to.
As a
We're expected to.
I would say
We're supposed to deflect everything that gets.
We're
thrown
supposed
at
to
us.
champion
We're
our
supposed to be
manhood.
Teflon.
Champion. Right. You're supposed to champion your manhood. That's what it is.
Yo,
Here's
this
my thing,
is
bro.
what I do in these
When
type of
niggas bust in
situations.
my crib, I'm sending her to go get that nigga.
It's like this, right? It's like this, right? Everything that you're saying, just take yourself out of it and imagine if you were a white male saying this about like just things that white males just have privilege to. Like just say, oh, they because I'm a white male, they think that we get all the best jobs and we get all of this and we do all, just imagine it. Cause like as a man, you feel me, as a minority man, you can understand what it's like to have your to be a minority and then
Have your freedoms.
yeah, you can understand that shit, but you're still a man. Mm-hmm. So it's like it goes white male, all right?
I'm just
They're top of the
He's
food chain,
Greek.
bro. It's what it
Okay.
is. Socially, this is what it is. You feel me? Then you got like minority male, and then you got minority woman. You feel me? They're at the bottom, bro. So it's like it's a tier list with this shit, bro.
I hear you. I also feel like that's a standard that was created like 30 years ago, and it doesn't really stand the test of time for what's going on today because the minority female is actually rising above the minority male as far as job ownership,
Statistically,
and just income bracket. They are rising above minority.
I'm
males.
sure all that shit is cool,
And
but have you talked to them?
What you saying?
All I'm saying is
I hear what you're saying though.
the women that I speak to, that I've spoken to, when they tell me about the shit they go through,
Yeah.
It's
I don't
it's
go
a
through
ceiling.
it.
It's a ceiling.
I would-
But that's
I
probably
bugged out.
that's probably
His-
brought out
niggas talk
because
to
she's a
them crazy.
female.
Niggas
His
talk to them
point-
out of line, and they have to be cool about it. They just have to be like, oh, like this isn't a big deal.
His point might be that the voice is louder than what the maybe minority male may be going through. Like the minority female, I think right now
Has
the
a
voice,
loud- they
the
have more of
voice
a-
is louder right now. I think it might have to do with the female male perspective in terms of like who's more vulnerable. Like right now, we're probably in a more comparing to the past in a
We're in a
safer
PC society.
place.
Black women get shit done.
But like
Spanish women get shit done.
That
That's
shit
a
just
fact.
social media
in
shit
a
to me,
safer
bro.
place
That's
than where
not,
we
bro. That's
were
real shit.
What?
20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Where then, therefore, you can sympathize more with the vulnerable. Therefore, their voice
Right.
can be louder.
Right.
Therefore, like when those are maybe in terms of the more impacting,
Or-
like difficulties, like you can get by maybe more as a male. I'm speaking hypothetically here, but like where you can deal with more shit as a male than you can as a female, where the voice is louder. And that's why maybe the growth might be higher right now
And I think
for a
that's-
female because there is more opportunity in the
Right.
real spectrum of things. As a male, you feel you may be dealing with the same type of like you're dealing with the box and you're still dealing with some shit. But at the same time, there's that income inequality. Then there is that like opportunity inequality that is voiced upon and the real down like shit that's deeply affecting you. The voice is louder because there's more opportunity on the other side of things as opposed to where you're dealing. Like there's a lot of opportunity to still be gained. That's not my like point. But from the minority female perspective compared to the minority male perspective,
They have a bigger political voice and
Yeah.
political privilege.
And that's
right
where-
now.
yeah.
And that's just based off of current policy.
Yeah.
And that's really just what it boils down to.
Yo, one thing I will say is, y'all looking for, because Tupac has said this shit before, it's like, it's just more of a reason to fight. I mean, at the end of the day, when you struggle more, like, niggas gonna listen to you more because you're not bugging. Other niggas could say, like, oh yeah, I went through that, but like, if you're really the bottom of the bottom, niggas don't question that. The second thing I want to say is, in terms of like, girls and guys, in terms of like different ethnicities too, one thing that helps a lot is when somebody is of a different ethnicity or somebody's a different gender, a different sex, or a different race and jacks the other shit that the other niggas is saying. So if you're someone who's privileged and you jack the underprivileged people, but not on some like I'm trying to take what they're saying, but like
Appreciation, but
Empathy.
appropriation.
Yeah.
appreciation, that goes the farthest way.
Yeah.
If so, like Million Man March, that shit is fire. Shit is lit. the one white person there that has power, or like let me not use that. Meek. You see how Meek Mill got real billionaires that own teams behind them? That's the shit that goes way farther than all of this other shit. Because
I'm not gonna lie, I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm
not trying to say that goes farther than Meek. I'm trying to say
no.
I'm trying to say
you're
that
saying that it goes a long way, and I think it goes a long way, right? I agree with you. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just don't want to lose my thought.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like I think those things do help, but I don't think that. I think the greatest change comes in with the unity. Like if all of us come together and make a decision, and when I say make a decision, I mean put your money where your mouth is. Like if we make
your money's gonna speak way louder than your mouth will ever speak.
You feel me? Like if we were to make economic decisions collectively as a group, that would. Anytime in life, when me and my friends was like, "Yo, we're gonna put up this bread and do something," holy shit, it got done.
And it's
you
a
feel
movement.
me?
But that goes with everything, though.
Right.
Facts.
You look at the Jewish community, and they're very good at championing.
You took it out of my mouth. Pause.
Money doesn't leave that community.
I don't want to be the
Jewish money gets spent in Jewish businesses,
and then they follow the same religion. Everything is like very cut paste, and this is how we keep our money flowing through our community.
And that's why they're the richest in the world.
That's my point. So
that's a whole nother conversation.
I will say I don't think that it's like okay, if another person from another race shows this, that, and the third, then this is gonna go farther than anybody's. Yeah. I'm trying to say that like unity. I think that
it speaks volumes because it's like somebody who is privileged that's saying, "Hey, I recognize the injustice," and then it's going to show other people who are of that same race that like this is really an issue.
It just makes it more global, bro. At the end of the day, what do niggas think? Yo, at the end of the day, I could start my own label and do this, that, and the third, but I could also infiltrate these people's label and do this, that, and the third. I feel like if somebody is of a different side and they see a certain thing and they preach it to their other people, I could try to preach it to you for 1,000 years. But if you have a whole nother side,
right.
You're not really going to intake that until a nigga from your side says,
right.
Yo, bro, I'm not going to hold you. This nigga's spitting.
Yeah,
it's the same. It's the same principle that like, right? It's the same principle that like when you're trying to get a record deal, they say that it's better to get in contact with like an A&R because the A&R has connections in the business than as you trying to
valid,
just. They're already valid, so everybody takes their word. Yeah. So whereas you're just a newcomer and you're trying to put your exactly. So it's that same logic. That somebody who's on the other side is saying is convinced of your struggle and they're preaching that to everybody else around them. So it just creates influence.
All right. We got the memory cards about to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, hold up. All right. Go ahead because Lonnie's gotta have his 3 scoops and then I'm gonna have mine. And then
I keep them light.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead, Lani.
Oh, my 3 scoops?
Yeah.
I thought you had a point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah. Someone's trying to wrap me up.
Nah,
boy. But what I was gonna say is that I just wanted to recap about what you were saying about like how does it feel as a man feeling like you are boxed in. That's what you said. Honestly, do I feel boxed in? Yeah, but I feel like I box myself in. Like I feel like as a man, culturally, these things that I'm supposed to do, they weigh on me. I feel like I have to do them. So I want to do them. And if I don't get them done, I don't feel good. I don't necessarily think it's because of anybody else but myself. Like I want to be a nigga that provides. I want to be a nigga that does these things. I want to be a person that doesn't let shit affect me. You feel me? That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Those are the agreements that I have with myself that I try to do. Do I think it's unfair? Shit, it could be worse.
It could be.
It could be worse.
Could be better.
It could be better. How?
Yeah, but it comes down to comfortability. If you're comfortable with doing that shit.
But here's the
I'm
thing.
not.
You're not.
This shit is hard.
But no. But if it's the point that you are to where you do want to provide, but you're comfortable at doing that, That's the point where you probably.
But here's the thing: do we want to be? We all want to be strong. We all want to be powerful. We all want to say, okay, I want to be a provider. I want to be someone that doesn't let anything affect me. Do we want to be void of emotions? Do we want to be void of all this shit that we feel? Do we want to push all this shit that we think back to the depths of our mind and just sit on that shit?
Nah, that shit is traumatic.
Because you still gotta be a human being at the end of the
That
day.
shit builds up on us. That's why the highest rates of suicide are amongst men. That's why like the men go through the biggest peaks of depression, and you never hear about this shit.
It's a lot of internal
because we gotta
battle.
just sit on this shit. And we just gotta be men. That's part of being a man.
Nigga, I seen you go through dark times.
Exactly.
Like,
We've all seen
that's-
dark times.
I would like.
I feel you, but I was there when this nigga was going through dark times, and I seen him push through that shit.
Facts. That's why I would like to.
I was there, nigga. Like, dead ass.
I would like to eliminate that whole idea of like, yo, be a man. You got to take care of yourself, really, as a man. I would rather push that. Take care of yourself as a man, mentally, physically, and all that shit.
Right. Anyone else got a scoop?
Well, Lonnie's got his scoop, and then
Who's left?
me and Lonnie.
Okay.
Yo, I do
go
want to
first.
interject some time because
He just have a.
What a twist! A twist! Well,
I told him I was
hold on.
texting
Can I
him.
just say we was talking about some serious shit. Now we got my man out. Get that man on the camera. My man, all the way from the West Coast. What up, baby?
Yo, my nigga,
Yo, bro, do me a favor and introduce yourself.
Facts.
Me, they call me Young Don Juan, you feel me? Call me the Magic Maker, the Marinator, you feel me? Young Temptation for Marination, feel me?
Fendi.
Yo, label your socials, bro.
What's up? Oh yeah, you can add me on Tommy Two Phones, you feel me? Instagram, Twitter, all of that, SoundCloud, iTunes. Feel me? At Tommy Two Phones _
Fact. There's only probably 3 Tommy 2 phones, and he's the only real one.
Facts. You heard that there. Only 3 Tommy 2 phones.
Facts. If it's a nigga getting money with the weed, that's his Spanish nigga, it's him.
Facts.
Facts.
Yo, you got a page for you got a weed page, bro?
Oh yeah, you can follow the farm at Life Canna, you feel me?
Life Canna.
One more time.
Life Canna, LYFECANNA. You feel me?
Gangster.
See what I'm doing up there.
Alright, my bad. I just
No. It's all good.
What up?
Don't
We gonna talk to you
apologies.
after his
Solid, you go ahead. 'cause I
No,
know
you go. No, go ahead.
mine's is not structured. You probably end up.
Mine is not either, so don't worry about it. Just go ahead.
It's like 5
All right, tangible things to go off. My 3 scoops. 1, stay hydrated. 2, shit, I had the shit in my head. Don't tip the bums in the subway because they don't deserve it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
that was a subject.
don't tip them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I sound like the bad guy. I sound like, but there are social programs out there right now that they can help them better than your dollar. Your dollar is probably gonna go to some other shit.
He's right though.
I'm 100% right. And then I'm gonna just give y'all my real quick story. I was on the train, on the A train, and the motherfucker sat there and was about to act like he was about to sneeze and talk about the coronavirus. And he's like, "Yo, if y'all give me $1, I won't sneeze." I'm not jacking that. These niggas got a whole market behind this, and y'all gotta recognize when y'all getting played on game. So that's all I'm gonna say. Don't tip the homeless. Recommend them to your.
The homeless been know how to make their money. They been do it.
Look, man, if you homeless and you want to get $1 out of me, you gotta rob me.
Yeah.
You be taking the homeless be listening.
I
They
would.
gonna rob you.
I'm gonna wash them.
They'd hope for that though.
I'm gonna whoop their ass. That's what I mean.
Yo,
I
I would target now.
I'm gonna tell you, I know
Homeless niggas is coming
every homeless person come for me. You could throw shit on my fucking car when you could try throwing leaving shit bags in front of my door. Y'all niggas don't know where I live. I will cut your drug man off, and y'all niggas won't get y'all filled. Don't play with me.
We really killed a gallon of this shit.
Yeah, let's also talk about how we killed a whole gallon of Jameson.
Hey, who's got the?
Yo,
lastly,
Randy would sleep at some point.
I just want niggas to know that.
Everyone was snoring in the background. He said he's not even lit. Get the fuck out of here.
Lastly,
He was snoring.
I would just like to say,
I do feel like this is real wacky that it took for this coronavirus for all my good buddies to get up again and like link as grown men. I feel like we should be especially since everybody's into like a craft, like we should really take that and just put that ahead of everything and just build on that, because at the end of the day, the stronger our union is, the better everybody is going to eat from that union. You know what I mean? So,
right, agreed.
That's just my 3 points. And, Sally, you can go ahead.
Well,
What you about? Nerd porn yesterday.
my 3 scoops are usually pretty. I mean, it seems like y'all are pretty similar to the topic, but mine isn't as quite similar to the topic. But the one thing that I've kind of spoken, I've been a bit open about it with, especially, but with people in general, I feel like there's a definite like.
Hold on, let me hear. Hold on, I want to hear what the man got to say.
There's definitely, I think it's an unappreciated skill to cursing. So I feel like if you don't know how to curse, you should not curse. So what?
Italians got that shit down.
This was your scoop last week.
It was not my scoop last week. Last week I spoke about fucking the ending of fucking The Outsider.
It was 2 weeks before that.
No.
The week before that, he's.
How you feel about the end of The Outsider?
I thought that shit was trash.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
He had this already.
No, I didn't.
I guarantee you
we've talked about this outside of the pod.
Yeah, I didn't see it. You don't need to go watch it.
Yeah, but anyways, that's not my scoop. Is the point is there's a skill to cursing.
You said this already.
I'm not on the pod.
Yes, you did.
Where?
Yes, you are.
Where?
Rewind the tape, my nigga.
All right, but I didn't indulge into it.
Alright, so go ahead.
But
I never heard it, so
there's a certain there's a vernacular that you have to have. You gotta have the confidence. If you come in with that bullshit, just don't curse. Don't be someone that's not yourself. And are you trying to find it? Are you trying to find it?
Go ahead. Nah, finish.
I'm pretty sure we didn't talk about it on the pod because I have it on my 3 scoops here for a reason. I have a list for this shit.
He has a list and he checks it off.
Exactly. So, if you can't curse, don't try to force that into your vocab. You don't sound respectable with it. Therefore, the thing about cursing is nothing but an emphasis. It adds relatability. We talk about relatability in this podcast. It adds that emphasis. It adds that like oh shit factor that I think people sometimes unappreciate. So if you can't curse, don't curse. If you don't know how to do it, if it's not part of your natural persona, don't do it. If it's not part of your natural vocabulary, don't do it. So leave it to the real ones.
So just to clarify, you talk about those people who say like "what the fudge" instead of like "what the."
I'm not even going to that. First of all, I think Ninja is the corniest shit ever. No. Replacement
nigga with ninja.
My ninja.
My ninja.
Hold on.
Yo, hold on. Keep it a stack, bro. When no other black people around.
I ask him all the time.
Tell the truth.
No, he said it a couple times.
Yo, Sim.
With me around, I gave him permission.
No.
Other than that,
Sim, I know you say me.
When no other black people is around, and it's just white people.
Valid. You not.
I can't get him.
Listen.
You can't get him.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that.
You're not gonna. It's fine.
It's not even that. My question is,
Look,
when white people, listen,
Just ask the question. It's fine.
We're not doing the white pass. I'm just asking a question.
Alright.
When white people are amongst white people, keep it 100. They be saying nigga in the songs.
You have to.
You have to.
They not.
Niggas is
No,
not in their mind.
hold on.
Like,
There
Niggas is not Magneto. My nigga.
So hold up. I hear it more out when there are white people that feel like they're a part of the culture, and then but they don't surround themselves with
Like
black
Tom Hanks'
people.
son.
There's a lot. I tell you right now, in Queens, right here,
A lot of them.
There's a lot of white
Albanians
people.
say it like
There's a
fucking
lot of white
wildfire.
people that feel entitled enough to say
Albanians
it.
think
And
that
that is not
black
my
people are
decision.
We're in Queens.
And that,
Right.
but no, because you know what? Let's be real. No, hold on. There's parts of Queens. There's parts of Queens that just don't have as much black people around it. Astoria is where one of them. And then there's a lot of people around here that feel entitled enough to say that shit out loud.
No one's gonna
And,
love
like,
it.
they'll say it around Hispanic people. They'll say it around Asian people. They'll say it around other white people. And they don't give a fuck. But when a black person comes around,
They
that's
get
when
quiet.
they get quiet.
Right. So what you're saying is that they use it. They try to use it the same way we
taste.
use it
Yeah,
in front of with
correct.
their own people
Correct.
to try and emulate the same status.
Correct.
Okay.
That is true. But not out of disrespect. At least from what I understand, it's not out of disrespect. It's not the same. It's the concept.
It's
They
like
want.
social connecting. Also,
They want to feel, again, they want to be part of the culture, but not accepting the real facts of the reality. And it comes down to the hip hop, like white people involved in the hip hop culture. They want to do it where they can do it at a distance.
can I just tell a story on that real quick?
Fine, go ahead.
You got like 5 minutes.
All
bro.
right. It's gonna be like 1 minute. I was in Albany, and there was like this one Jewish kid, and he was like Jewish fratted out, kind of like PWI kind of personality.
What's PWI?
Predominantly
Pussy
white
ass white
institute kind of. Nah, not even. I'm not even disrespect. Predominantly white
That's
institute.
like the opposite of a HBCU.
Yeah, that's the term that they use. Predominantly white institute.
They
So
have
he was
I've
like,
heard that one before. By
it's
the way.
basically.
I'm like that.
Hold on, before we
But
go into tangent, PWI is pretty much everything that's not HBCU. I went to HBCU for 1 year. So.
And
I don't hate, nigga.
And you left.
Yeah, I left because they was charging me out the ass. I'm not a minority. Hold on, I'm gonna put you on to game. When you're black, you're not a minority at a HBCU, so you have to pay higher. Federal, you don't get as much federal aid. You have to pay
crazy.
higher. That's the truth. That's just the truth. I paid out the ass for going
I
to
would've got
that
a
school
free
for
ride
1
to
year.
Lincoln.
I packed up and I went to U Albany for like 3 years, and I got so much aid. It's because I was not a minority at my own HBCU, so I didn't get as much
Yo,
aid.
can you say that again and nobody see nothing? Because I never knew that, and that's fucking
That's
insane.
important.
That's
for
insane.
everybody who wants to go to these historically black institutes. That's really a thing. Now, if you're top of the line and you have scholarships, then yeah, you're good to go. If you get like a half scholarship, full scholarship to HBCU, you're good to go. But for everybody else who just wants to get that experience, if you're not a minority, you're not going to get aid, and you're going to have to take out loans out the ass. I was struggling. Like, I couldn't even afford oodles and noodles when I was in Lincoln, and that's just the truth, my nigga. Let me give y'all an example. Let me just give y'all a game. I traded a pair of True Religions for a 6-pack of oodle and noodles.
No, you didn't.
I debt on my mom, bro.
They was bad chewies.
They had to be.
6-pack of oodle noodles. Bad stitching.
Everything I love. You can ask Kofi. You can ask my nigga Kofi. He's probably in the podcast before. He was there. He looked at me like I was stupid. Kofi was looking at me like I was stupid.
Bro, that's $2.
Alright, to be honest with you, them shits was food. I got them from Canal, but the point is, I had to do what I had to do.
45th and Broadway does not condone going to Canal and copping out on fake truths.
Yo, any pair.
Don't condone
We
that.
don't
do the food truths.
I peddle so much shit. Don't even try to at me, bro. I peddle so much shit. I'm real. Anyway, the point is you don't get as much aid when you're a minority. So when I went to Albany, it was like there was a PWI kind of guy, like, predominantly white institute, never really been around black people. He really felt entitled because he was Jewish, but he grew up in like a white neighborhood that he could say nigga because he was white.
Oh man.
And he was Jewish. Oh, my people are a minority. It doesn't work like that, though. No. It doesn't work like that. And I just say that to say that, when people are amongst their own circles, and that gets back to my point before, his people who were part of like that whole whatever, they was sitting there peddling like weed, and they thought that they was big time drug dealers. Yeah. But it's like everybody wants to adapt to that life, but then when it's time for that shit to end, everybody's like, all right, now this is my career. I'm a dentist. I'm a fucking veterinarian. Like, you just leave that shit, and then we try to talk on it now, like, oh, I'm a real estate agent. I don't know what you're talking about. I had some fun when I was a kid. So niggas is tourists, bro. Niggas is really tourists, and that shit is what bothers me the most. And so when I sit here and I tell y'all, like, what we're promoting is not, like, yeah, it's tourism for the niggas who's not familiar with it, but this is real life for us, like, niggas like me. Like, bro, when I really got out my car last night, shots went off. Like, that's real shit. Like, that's not tourism, bro. I'm still in this shit, and I went to college. That's real shit too.
That being said, I just want to say, yeah, that nigga might have thought he was tough selling peas, and then he's a dentist or whatever the case may be. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, bro. If you trapping. You know what I'm saying? For the people out there who's really trapping, you know, you really trapping, bro. You don't gotta
listening to Young Dolph to the pack going. What Pusha T said, bro?
You don't gotta trap your whole life. The goal is to trap until you can transition and do something else. You know what I'm saying?
But when you promoting the culture like you really
it
from
sounds
it, bro,
like this nigga didn't need to sell weed in the first place. It sounded like he was in college.
Because it was this is what rappers is doing. I want to promote. I want to be a part of that image. Then that's what I'm gonna tell these bitches that I'm out here. I got the peas. I got that. Like it's all part of appropriating the culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tourism. It's tourism. It's all part of tourism. In my book, that's tourism, bro.
Shit,
you got a passport.
You got
a passport.
The 60s, nigga. Rock and roll was made by black people.
Since the 60s, since the 1600s.
Oh, tell them.
History lesson.
400 years. History lesson. Only take for a semester, bro.
Yeah. All right. So
how many semesters?
So real quick, everybody drop your ads. Make sure everybody knows where to find you.
We're like mad black niggas in a white nigga crib.
Listen, Salome is vetted. Salome is vetted. Don't even try to play my.
100%.
I just got my hood blue check mark right there.
Follow our IG 45th in Broadway. That's 45th with an N Broadway at Instagram.
Y'all can follow me.
It's not and like A&D. It's N.
Okay.
I'm like, where's
45th?
Y'all can follow me on Instagram. Ran Van Gram. RANVANGRAM. You know what I'm saying? All that good shit.
Yeah.
Follow me on Twitter, Ran Van Dam, DAMN. Facts. Went to your head, nobody knew you. Coming soon.
Facts.
Real soon.
Be on the lookout for the Mike Lowry video. We just dropped a single, Mike Lowry.
Facts.
Go listen to that.
You might have heard that.
Stupid crazy.
Yeah, nobody ever heard a song like that. You know what I'm saying? Song of summer. Checking it. You know what I mean?
You really mean that
more merch on the way. You know what I'm saying?
More merch.
More magazines on the way.
Boom,
more
pow.
one of ones on the way. More none
Boom,
of nones
boom.
on the way.
All
that shit that you never seen
Straight
before.
money.
All of that
Bustin'.
good shit is on the way. Be on the lookout for that shit.
Facts.
What else?
I'm hype man of the century.
More music for me. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm working with mad artists, bro. I'm not name dropping, but I'm working with a lot of them.
Bro.
It's coming out.
You see it.
What'd you say? Oh yeah.
He wants to turn.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my brothers. Yeah. Nigga crazy. Yo, shout out my brothers Lani. Shout out my brother Randy. You know what I'm saying? My name's Sent from the Hill. Same thing on the gram.
Facts.
Shit, bro. More everything on the way, bro. More everything brand new. You ain't never seen. We don't give a fuck about no clout. That shit don't pay no bills. We about the chicken over here, like yeah. I don't got none of that. That's how much we really about the chicken.
Ran Van Sleepy Man got the bills.
Alright,
Put it right there,
facts.
Now we need to put
niggas.
Somebody edit that shit. Put a black line over his debit card.
Oh shit.
Oh, sneaky.
Oh, he got. Oh shit. Single. Let me hold the dollar.
I see a couple George Dubs in there. What you
money.
Oh, he won't let me hold the dollar. It's not real. Yeah, but hey, bro. Like I said, niggas, yo, follow 45th and Broadway. You're gonna see a whole bunch of shit you ain't never seen from the hood.
Facts.
We were saying 10% of the perspective has ever been shown. We still on that, bro. We getting the other 90%. Like I said, and I want to see everything, nigga. I want to see a zine from the east side. You feel me? I want to see a zine from the middle. I want to see a zine from Washington Heights. I want to see a zine from Astoria. Like, we haven't crossed that, so.
Exactly. Yo, Christian, get on that. Don't.
Shout
out Tommy Two
Shout out
Phones.
to Tommy Two Phones. Yo, shout out to nigga. Everybody talk about smoking good bud. A nigga's really
Planting
growing good bud. He's really cultivating good bud.
Really growing the
So,
bud.
Life canna.
One of the other
shit today. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like, it's one of the other lanes that niggas is not in. So you feel me? It's all about that.
And wait for Christian to come up with that Washington Heights perspective, because he's really going
yo, nah, that ass though. Wait for us to come out with everything, cause
Everything, bro. Niggas still working, yo. This is like 14, 10, whatever. How many years niggas want to say? It's more than half of my life.
Niggas is, at this point, I just say
That
niggas
ass.
is vetted, bro. And
Niggas is vetted, bro. We doing it, so
nah, it's the
shout out
start.
to niggas, man.
But yeah, for real. Nah, for real. Like y'all heard all the ads, y'all heard all the movement. If you listen to this far, you already know what it is.
Like 2 hours plus.
We're hitting 3.
Yeah. But if you are listening, then you already know what it is, and you appreciate this, and you know what we're about, and you know what we're doing, and you know what's gonna get done.
Facts.
We appreciate you.
Exactly.
boom, pow.
And if you're privileged enough to get in this while it's still growing up and still blooming,
Maturing.
and it's still in somebody's crib before it's in
Facts.
somebody's building,
Facts. Before we own the building.
then you're a part of history, and we appreciate it. But on that note, make sure that you subscribe to everybody that you heard drop their ads. Make sure you just subscribe to our podcast on Instagram, on YouTube, on every platform that we're on.
It's not just about the follow; it's about the listening. It's about
It's about
really
everything.
looking
It's
into
about being a part of something that's real and authentic.
Yo, I will say, is Neapolitan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Neapolitan going #1 on iTunes and all that. I done seen $1 million worth of game and Wallow and all them go #1.
They fire.
They fire. This just started. It's going #1. So I want everybody to be in tune.
You got the hood stamp.
It's a standard now for niggas because I said it.
They're famous already.
You got the hood
Nah, they
stamp
are
right
famous.
now.
Be up there, I
Hood
promise.
stamp.
Yeah, facts. One more time. The boop. Boop. Gangster. For
What
me,
I
we
said.
gonna get there. #1.
Hood stamp. And then
Absolutely.
also, if y'all follow Neapolitan on IG, then you could just read their story and find us. Then, if that's today, then
Man,
you know.
that's any day, because we're gonna be pushing the culture everywhere.
Facts. You know, we all connected. It's all intertwined. So
It's
get
all
into
one
it.
goal. It's all real New York. It's all real authentic.
Facts.
And we all getting real bread.
And shout out to Sally, because y'all didn't know how real he was. He got mob ties.
On that note,
On that note,
don't kill us. Don't kill me.